morning, or this is great to be here this morning. So, at the top of the this objective conversation to make the analysis fast so that they have an opinion to institution that have been and what their government and their political actors intend to do so that they can have of the community to give to the cross, the spotlight.
Okay, so it's good to have you this morning. How was the weekend?
It was all of the ups and downs. It's once you have the breath of life is one thing to be grateful for. On, on an average note, the weekend was actually great.
And waking up every morning is a sound of blessing. It's a blessing because a lot of people went to bed and were unable to get up this morning. So you and I breathing air would have to be appreciated to the Almighty God. Some are young bars. And yesterday, the former religious advisor to the former president celebrated his birthday in his Assault Beach. Emmanuel Nimle, yeah, just paid two Nigerians $750 each. He celebrated his birthday. Want to wish you a belated birthday, Mr. Nimle. I still serve your prison term at the Morgan South Beach. Uh, and I don't know who preached yesterday in Pocket Lodge that the church, uh, because Ambassador former President George Manuel is out of the country, and the next that's supposed to preach at the church wearing his BM bar. So I don't know who preached yesterday at the church.
It's a big things happening in the Christian realm. It uses a lot of Abraham. So he are the individuals that will give spiritual guidance to the members. When these people get involved in these practices, there is a serious practice, very serious practice, wherein people believe in most especially raised by a value to the then president. So people we place on that impression that he is an individual with the best of character, his character is moral course. But to go about and do things on the contrary, it have given people other reasons. That is to get to know them for themselves. It's not just about going after people because of miracles or prophecy. It is important. But because the thing is, Jesus Christ made it clear that you as a believer you can live as a house and pray for God. They look that if those people don't pray for them, have the now it's at the point that you start you see some of the things you put God into. And they're being used as space so that you be able to be on your God. Because there are many of them be the best of the minister of the gospel. On the contrary, they are just different. So it's important that if you go about some of the ministers, go about. Don't take all of your some of those people that give the money is the minister testimony. Somebody will say, exactly.
So it's never be as an individual to know God. That's true. You can even be from the faith, you can be from the Christianity and whatsoever religion that you're from. Knowing God for yourself is the most important thing. For me, in Ishmael, I have believed that God is capable of doing anything in your life. No man can convince me on planet Earth. Everything that happened to me is done by God. That's from our faith. So I just believe that there is God, and he need to be worshipped at any point in time. He need to be appreciated.
Sure.
Yeah. So We thought it was this morning in bringing you. Yes. Somebody say, "Man, you're coming be biblical this morning." But we thought it was in chipping that we will be looking at the president return. The president got back over the weekend from Korea. What in stock for us as Liberian? We'll be digging deep into that. But before we do that, Ishmael, before I cross over to you to do that, when former President George Manneh Weah took over as head of state, he made his first state visit out of the country. And that state visit was surrounding about Liberia's next course of actions under his leadership as president of the Republic of Liberia, Ambassador George Manneh Weah. But then he went out of this country, leaving Liberia. His first trip out of this country was to France. The former president George Manneh Weah, he visited France to see President Emmanuel Macron. The rationale for his visit to France was to influence the European Union to get EU assistance for the rebuilding of Liberia. Then, after his visit to France, there are other countries within a sub-region that he visited. The former president, George Manneh Weah, first visit, he visited Cote d'Ivoire. From there, he visited Ghana. From there, he visited Nigeria. All neighboring countries in the ECOWAS sub-region. On that trip out of Liberia for the first time as president of the Republic of Liberia, by then, the trip, there was a lot of promises made on that trip. The Nigerians, according to former President George Manneh Weah, agree to help train thousands of teachers in our country. For President's first visit. And then when he visited Ghana, according to the former president, Ghanaians promised to provide doctors to assist in our health sector. Why Ivory Coast promised to provide electric power to help upgrade our electricity facility in our country. Those were some of the promises that were made to the former president George Manneh Weah, his first state visit out of Liberia. So, out of those visits, at a meeting with the newly elected visiting Liberian president George Manneh Weah, the French president Emmanuel Macron announced a 10 million euro. A 10 million euro, which is 12.31 million US dollars. 12.31 million US dollars. Grant to help support development in West Africa. So there's an article here that says, so far we have not done much. This is the French president speaking during a meeting with former president George Manneh Weah. It says, at a meeting with the newly elected visiting president, Liberian president George Manneh Weah, French president Emmanuel Macron announced a $10 million euro, which is 12.31 million US dollars, grant to support development in West Africa's poorest country. So far, we have not done much for Liberia. In the perspective, we wish to change things, Macron said. Macron pledged 10 million euros to help Weah's government, whose elections opens a new era for Liberia to improve youth training and employment, development infrastructure, and raw material processing. At a joint press meeting with Weah, the French head of state told retired soccer player He will also create a platform for transformation through sport in Africa, which would be headed by the French Development Agency and the African Development Bank. We have targeted 15 million euros at this stage. The French president said, adding that the goals was for as many states as possible to be involved. In his first visit to France since his election as president or new president, we are considered one of the greatest African football players, stressed the role of support, that's the role of sports in contributing to African countries' development. A beginning president of Liberia, True Sports, said the former striker of PSG and Monaco, the Ballon d'Or winner, also called on French president the French government to help the terrible Ebola epidemic and country rich in natural resources that have never been put to service of the people. So there was a promise made when the former president George Manuel Weah first visit to France. We needed to benefit 12.31 million USD from the French government, and the Ghanaians told us that they were going to help when it comes to doctors in our country. The Nigerians, that's the time they talk about the 6,000 teachers. The 6,000 teachers. Why the Ivorians talk about electricity in our country. So all of these pledges were made during the former president's first visit as president of the Republic of Liberia. But then, what am I bringing or drawing this? What am I bringing this up? It would drive it up on. It would drive it to now President Joseph Boakai first visit out of the country when it comes to development. When he visited Korea, there were a lot of pledges made by the Korean government. You will go through. I want you to go through what was brought out of Korea. Okay. Yeah, I want you to take your time because we want to do some analysis this morning on the both head of states. Okay. So you can go ahead.
The government of Liberia signed 7 memoranda of understanding for the improvement of agriculture, food production, energy, water, financial, investment sectors. President Joseph Boakai on visit the Republic of Korea has led to a significant milestone as the National Investment Commission, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Agriculture have signed 7 memoranda of understanding with Korean multinational companies. These agreements are poised to bring out substantial improvements and improvements in key sectors. Upon implementation, these MOUs will ensure a more robust and reliable energy sector through the provision and development of solar energy power plants, investment in agricultural research to enhance food productivity and development, and the supply of prepaid meters to facilitate easy and unhindered access to water supply. Additionally, these MOUs will involve significant investments in the financial sector and other job creation ventures, among several other impactful initiatives. Their involved companies include but not limited to Dan Smart Meter Company, Sando Electric Energy, Korea Agro Fisheries and Food Trade Corporation, Korea Sova R&D, the Africa Korea Economic Development Association, and the MAKE Group are aligned and committed to make a substantial difference. Speaking on behalf of the Liberian government, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Dean of the Cabinet, Madam Sarah Best-Loyanti, has conveyed unwavering confidence and enthusiasm in the robust engagement of the delegation, as these were also an outcome of the preparatory meetings and the business investment roundtables led by the foreign minister. This underscores the promising potential of the signed memorandum and the government's commitment to their successful implementation. Minister Best-Loyanti also expressed profound gratitude to the Korean business leaders and government of Korea for their indispensable support through the process. In separate remarks, President Barker has reiterated his steadfast commitment to improving the livelihood of the Liberian people. He firmly believes that once implemented, the signed memorandum will not only create job opportunities and positively impact the life of the citizens, but will also open up the country to promising opportunities, ultimately establishing Liberia as a key investment and tourism destination.
Okay, so the key point here is that several companies have signed memorandum of understanding to carry out some developmental initiative or work with the government of Liberia under the administration of Ambassador Joseph Nyeman Boakai. So, what am I bringing this? Folks from some people from the opposition bloc are asking, what did we as Liberians benefit from the president's recent visits to Korea? These are some of the things that Liberians stand to benefit. 7 companies have signed a memorandum of understanding, MOU. So it just like, okay, put the pen to paper. Our old man are listening. They say government and a company they not agree on one thing. The issue about prepaid meter, they want all doing with the LEC, they want to do it with the water and CO2. They want to do prepaid meter. They want to come and invest in our agro sector, meaning the agriculture sector. They want to come and invest in our fisheries. You know, we get people there fishing free on our waters. So they promise to come and invest in our fisheries sector. They also talk about economic development. Some of these companies talking about coming to invest economic wise. So here is it now. This president and this administration talking about MOU. The previous government, when George Weah went out of Liberia for his first visit, we understood from our understanding we were to benefit 6,000 teachers from Nigeria. But until he left power, there was no such thing. We didn't see the 6,000 teachers. The money that was given to Liberia by the French government, I still stand to be corrected, because if we did receive that money, how was that money used by the Liberian government? I just don't know. I just don't know how was that amount used by the Liberian government by then. And did we see Ghana investing into our health sector? Did we see Ghanaians training our doctors under the Weah's administration? Did we see Ivory Coast helping us with current? Yes, of course we did. Through the Syria SG.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did, but Liberia later on started paying towards electricity. We are benefiting from Ivory Coast. You understand that, Ishmael? And some of these things we are flagging them because we just don't want the same promise that were made by the Weah administration that should be done by this Boakai administration, and it be the same 6 and 7. That's why we're bringing this conversation out this morning, Ishmael.
Sure. It definitely, and you know, I too have had a time to really go through some of those, you know, trips that were made by the former president and comparing it to the incumbent. And the two of them have had, you know, kind of a busy time doing their own, you know, personal visit in order to attract potential investors to the country. And like you highlighted the French government, talk about the Ivorian government and that of the Ghanaian government. And we even get to a point that our former finance minister told us that Liberia at a certain point export current to the Africa coast. So I said that you open up such a country to come and invest in your energy sector, then you will come on within a lot of time and tell us that you have export current to that to sell country. The thing is, it should not just be about people want to sign onto agreement. What have been lacking in most of these agreements and MOU have been the thing about implementation. Most of our leaders will just care about those promises being made. And because it brings me down to a point during our days in high school, when normally you have in your program, you have these people come and they promise suppose I'll make available 10 pounds of cement. But what becomes a serious problem is for them to fulfill those promises. Yeah, that's a serious thing. Because you don't want to create a situation that you've made yourself, because Liberians are listening at this moment. They heard that President Baga went to the US, he went to Korea, and all of those agreements that you have outlined as a government, they are listening. Few months from now, they will start to question Mr. President or Madam Minister. These were things you said during your trip to the US and Korea. What are the dividends? What are those things that are on the ground that should make us believe? Because you don't want to get out of state that you make your citizen to start to turn to disbelieve some of the things you say. You don't want to get that point. If that is done, make the government unfavorable. And once the government lost the appetite of the people, they go against the government. So whatever the government says, whether it's right or wrong, they don't want to listen. You don't want to get at that point. Like the past government, we normally do. You don't want to get at that point. So that when these agreements are made, when these MOUs are signed, because Liberians want to know what are those prospects the country stands to benefit in terms of agriculture. Like you have the minister. Yeah, the minister was on our trip. So he projected Liberia case in the sense that Liberia needs investment in terms of agriculture because our soil are fertile. So if that agreement is signed as a minister, it is your responsibility to be on the back of those Korean companies. Our people are looking up to you. Don't allow us being a liar to our people, so that you have these things being implemented. If this is done, then you create such a relationship that exists between you and your people that they have utmost confidence in your leadership. But if you go the contrary, then it's up to you, because these same people, because the good thing about Liberian men, if Liberian man say he loves you, he gives his time to you. But if you break that social contract, then to maintain it becomes a serious problem. It becomes a very serious problem. So they come to a point to get this. If a person like former President George Weah, Liberian people can vote against him. Yeah. So it should give you more reason that they can vote against any other person.
Because George Weah was once loved by the Liberian people.
Sure.
George Weah said he came to power because the people believe in him, and he was the darling boy of Liberia. And the people booted him out because of some of the things that he failed to do.
Sure.
He failed to deliver on some of the promises like he made to the Liberian people. So these 7 companies are pledging to come or signing a memorandum of understanding. Your ministers that signed those agreements, that are representing agencies and ministries, should not sleep.
Exactly.
They shouldn't sleep. We are talking about the companies include, not limited to, the Dahin Smart Meter Corporation, that will be responsible to do meter for the watering system. Muhammad Ali and other folks that are responsible for these things. They shouldn't sleep. They should be reaching out to this particular institution to let them know that yes, we signed a memorandum of understanding with you guys, and there is time for you to implement some of these things. And not only that, the Sando Electric Energy Korea, the people there at LEC, they shouldn't sleep. They shouldn't sit down and wait for the president to make them to move. They didn't take the initiative to know that, oh yes, there was an MOU signed by us and the Korean people, most especially the electric sector, the LEC folk, the folks at LEC. They should be on the back of this company to make sure that yes, these things are implemented. And moving forward, the Agro-Fisheries and Food Trade Corporation, Korea, Silver, and that's R&D. So those that in the agro sector, the liberal agriculture, the agriculture ministry, then the LACRA and other institutions, they shouldn't sit there and wait for the president to be running behind these companies.
Yeah, so because
they should take the initiative by now and reach out, even though the president just coming. But it shouldn't just be that they promise you sign a memorandum of understanding and come and sit there and say, oh, the people will come to us. No, you should be the one reaching out to them, because the memorandum of understanding have been signed already. You have to make a follow up on some of these agreements.
Yeah, it's important because the president have had it, because that's the essence for which the Constitution gives the president the appointing power. That is to appoint people to assist him or her in the fulfillment of self-vision. So if you are given the opportunity to serve, you must do it to the best of your ability, because it's a privilege, not a right. It's just a privilege. There are many people who are competent and qualified, but you were being preferred to serve. So if you were given that, it's important that attach utmost seriousness, because you will not expect the president to leave the executive mansion running to Korea, coming back and forth and looking at the president age. In fact, so the president don't have that level of energy that most of you we have. So it's important that you serve. And also, I want to make this recommendation. We don't want it to look like what happened with the 285 moving equipment. So it's important that those of you that sign those MOU go about to do background check on the authentic nature of those companies. How legit are their operations in Korea? It's not just about signing MOU, because we don't want to get that those MOU have been signed, and on time for implementation when those companies have come, very long, because I call you, you bring some company. What is it? Operating permit. We don't want that situation happening again. So it's important, because people should learn from their mistakes. So for the fact that you've made mistakes, it's important that as you go about to sign some of those agreements, you should also be in a business to be, assured, to be very, very quite positive about the legitimate nature of some of those companies, to know whether their operations are in legal standing with the Korean government.
Sure.
If that is done, then we have a discussion on how we can go about implementing some of these agreements. Because Liberians want to start, to do things. They say that the economy is stagnated. People are not working. Liberians want to have their hand on things doing. They want to see companies. They want to see companies. That every time people will go about to keep on begging, they want to do things with their hand, because we have young people who are skilled to work with companies in this country. It's just that their government need to create an enabling environment, a level playing field, so that they be given an opportunity to serve. That's the thing. Once you have these companies, people are working for their own money. They be able to take care of their basic social needs and responsibilities. You have an economy that boom. Because if this happens, they will be able to use part of that money to pay taxes. But they may not know her monthly income. How do you expect to pay tax? So you will continue to defer government of taxes. So if this is done, it gives an internal source of revenue generation. So it's important.
Okay, so it is important. So we are flagging this because we don't want it to be like the past. We don't want it to be like the past regime. Even though there was some achievement made under the Weah administration during her first visit out of the country, but we don't want this to be like the way former President George Manuel Weah and his code of officers ran this country. So we are on the back of Ambassador Boaka here in his cabinet ministers. We we will continue to flag this. Thank God, we say we understand we understand that 7 companies assigned memorandum of understanding. Few months from now, we'll be asking the hard questions again. How far are we when it comes to those MOU? How far are we? Are we now reaching out to the companies that we signed the MOU with? What Liberians stand to benefit? How soon can Liberians benefit from some of the because we spend taxpayer money for the officials to leave from here and go to Korea. We spent taxpayer money, and other countries benefited financially. Ghana, we saw, we according to information, Ghanaians benefited financially. But for us, we went there. That memorandum of understanding we signed, and those memorandum of understanding are not by. But how soon can Liberians start to benefit for some of these things? Because we pay taxpayer money for our president and his officials to leave from here and go to Korea, so we need to benefit.
Sure. Because the thing is, it should be a mutual basic. So for the father, you take taxpayer money to facilitate your trip, because those people were in some of the world class for those things. So for the father, you were able to honor the cost of that trip through taxpayer money. It's important that say be returned. That is for it. Once you take in, in computer house, we call garbage in, garbage out. So whatever we put in is what should be expected out of it. So for what much is expected, much is expected, given much is expected. So for the father, you used taxpayer money to carry for said trip. It's important that Liberians should be able to use some of the outcomes of these trips. It's not just about people going for trip, but people should go on these trips with the intention that some of those agreements that have been signed will be implemented, so that Liberians can be beneficiaries of those agreements. So that we want to see investment into agriculture, so that our people in places like Lofa, Nima, Bon can have farming equipment, can have tools. That is, our mothers and fathers should no longer go to the farm using their natural strength to throw the shovel or to use the hoe to till the soil. That you just have an individual in that machine. So once we press button, the soil starts to till. That we want to get at a point that our agriculture is no longer subsistence. It should be industrialized, so that our country can produce pepper, because we cannot continue to afford to buy pepper from Guinea. It's a disgrace.
Pepper, better ball. We're buying it from Guinea. Neighboring Guinea, Ivory Coast. We are importing things that the same soil that we're having. That's the same soil the Guineans have.
Sure.
That same soil the Sierra Leone and Ivorian do have in the country. So if we can invest into agriculture, like the way the agro sector, there have been a MOU signed. Now, what we do now, we pressurize the companies that we signed the MOU with to come and invest into our country. So we ourselves, we can be exporting beta ball, we can be exporting pepper, we can be exporting beans.
Sure.
You know that down to beans, we importing it from Guinea.
Yeah, beans.
Pepper that we can grow in our own country is being imported from Guinea, our neighboring country. Rubber dishes that we can we having rubber farm, we having BB, we having a fire stool here, but we importing rubber dishes from Africa. We importing rubber chairs, other things that just defeated. We started producing some of these things, but largely it's being imported from Africa. And we can invest into our country. This government, the arrest agenda talk about some of these things. Agriculture is number one.
And the president has an agriculture bias. So if there will be any component of the arrest that will not be achieved, it should not be agriculture.
It shouldn't be agriculture, Mr. President. Agriculture should be the key. What I expect now, when they talk about the yellow machines the last time, and everybody started talking about it. Yellow machine to grade our roads, to clean our roads, farm and market roads should be fixed. Now I said when they talk about it, I said now yes, of course. If it is true, we stay await to see the arrival of those machines and how will they be paid for. These are some of the questions that we are. Now we are waiting for the machines to come. The machines come, they will start to ask the hard questions now. How are we getting those machines? Who are they? Who are the provider of those machines? And how will Liberia pay back for the machines? When the machines come and we start to work on our roads, the next thing now the Liberian government should do is to start begging for machines to create farm, to invest in agriculture. You understand? Large farms wherein we plant the bitter ball, the pepper, the rice, so Liberia can be food sufficient.
So that Indian people cannot control our stomach.
Absolutely.
Because whatever they say is where we will go.
Mm-hmm.
That's the state we are in right now.
Yeah.
And you know, I have the previous time we got, when even they use somewhere around 11 million to stabilize the price of rice. I don't know.
Yeah.
How long will it take a government? Like say, even if within the period of says that if I can achieve anything, it should be rice sustainability, so that Liberia can be food sustainable. So that alone is an achievement. It's an achievement.
Yeah, but Josh, right now we are paying rice importers $22 million just to keep the rice price stable.
So, can you imagine that?
$22 million. If he was investing that money into agriculture, 22 times 6. You know how much they spent? Huge amount of money. But they were giving it annually to importers to keep the rice price stable. So rice price, they tell them say, oh, rice price shouldn't go up because they want to achieve politically. They were spending that amount of money. So Bouaka came now, and President Bouaka came now and said, no, we will not spend such amount of money to give to importers. What we'll do now, the tariff on rice importation will reduce it. Will reduce the tariff on importation of rice. So now Bouaka is saying that $22 million that George Weah was spending annually to give to importers to keep the rice price at the level that it is, we will not do that. It's better we tell the importers that we'll drop the tariff on rice, the importation of rice price, then and keep our $22 million. And that $22 million, if it is being pumped into agriculture, it gives us a lot of things in the country. Because when it comes to agriculture.
Yeah, sure. The last time I checked, the agricultural budget was somewhere around 3 million. Now they've increased it to 5 million.
Yeah.
So can you imagine if you can just take 22 million and just put it in agriculture? It's a huge boost.
It boosts our economy.
Sure.
And Ambassador Bouaka, as we are saying, if you can achieve anything on your arrest agenda, agriculture should be key.
Sure.
Agriculture should be key. Sanitation should be key. Everything in that arrest agenda. And I like the way that you are touching business. Yeah. I like the way that you are touching every sector. And you should you should be on the back of your cabinet ministers. Stay on their back. Don't be a sleepy president. People refer to you as Mr. Sleeper. Don't be a sleepy president. Stay on the back of your cabinet ministers. Make them to work so Liberia can achieve some of the things that you promised them. Because this president, let me tell you this, Ishmael. Our hopes are high when it comes to Ambassador Bouaka. Some believe that Bouaka is not going for one term. That's why he told us. You understand? So if you as a president, you are going for only one term, it means that you don't care about who you not care about re-election.
Yes.
You understand? You don't care about re-elections. So it open an avenue for you to do what Liberians expect you to do. What Liberians expect you to do as a president, because you don't care about what they elect you or not elect you. Like Jeremiah Kune should be thinking about that one. Like George Weah, if they say they will run for presidency, that didn't want should be thinking about that. That didn't want should be thinking about re-election. But you, Liberians, depending on you 100% to deliver this country. When it comes to the fight against corruption, It should be key on your agenda. That's why I've become so frustrated when they establish the asset recovery, and it is becoming a failure. It's becoming a failure to the Liberian society, the asset recovery, because we expected, but now things should have been in place. We should be getting results.
It should be behind that just 4 minister is behind bar.
Yes,
those are things that we should be going about. But since then, there have been there's too many code hauling and pulling things, and it's really creating too many doubts over his ability to succeed, because people from the inception, people doubted that the asset recovery team would not do anything positive, and now all of these things are surfacing up. It's critical that those individuals that were charged to head that task force be more robust, because it's about people accounting for that stewardship. People should not be in the business, because the other time I've had the time to go through the social media. So one of the lawmakers of one of the districts in Kehoe Kiamoto to take 30 more his office.
Yeah,
I don't see the love of country. That is, the Liberian government responsible for you for the last 6 years. Send your children to school. They gave you free gasoline, gave you free internet, gave you free car, housing facility. But then to leave the office, you taking chair condition. I don't see the law.
and not only lawmakers though. Ministers also involved into that. When they leave the office, they can clear everything. So that's why now what government should do is that government should be the one buying things for ministers, and even lawmakers, because the other lawmaker he will clear everything from there, because he said, I'm not money, I'm the one buy it. So when they go in, they will clear the office. The other lawmaker that come in should buy his or her own furniture for their office. The other minister that is coming, most especially cabinet ministers shouldn't be allowed to purchase things for their offices. No, they shouldn't be, because once they are leaving, they carry everything. The other minister that are coming, or the other superintendent that are coming, or the other county official that is coming, will have to buy new things for that particular office, and it shouldn't be like that.
So some of them even have the mind to even carry government assigned vehicle with them.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. They do carry government assigned vehicle. That's why the asset recovery team is being put into place to recover some of these things. But now it's becoming a failure.
Serious failure.
Total failure. So we thought it wise to flag out some of these things this morning on the Punch breakfast show. So like I said, coming shortly at 8 o'clock, we'll take the votes from the Council of Patriots, the COP, how far they are, and we'll dig deep into politics also. So we'll now go to the phone line. We get 10 more minutes to go. We can take like a few calls this morning on 0778 665 699, or that's 0778 665 699, 0880561644, 0880561644. The president returned from Korea. There have been a lot of memoranda signed by this government and the Korean government and other institutions or agencies there in Korea. We don't want it to be like the We are told us that his first visit, there was some cash benefit from the French government. The Ghanaian government promised us doctors and also help with our health sectors. The Nigerians promised us 6,000 teachers. The Ivorian promised us electricity. So now we are talking about the Boakai's administration and his first visit to Korea. 7 memoranda of understanding was signed. We now open the phone lines on 0778 665 699. Once again, 0778 665 699 or 0880 644 0880 644 are the lines that you can call this morning, and you will be live on the Punch Breakfast Show on Punch FM 106.7 with me, Boakai. Amara Kamara, alongside Ishmael Logan. We are bringing you the discussion this morning on the Punch Breakfast Show. Once again, 0778 665 699 are the lines that you can call. 0778 665 699. Let's go to the phone line and take our caller here this morning. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name is joining us from?
Oh, this is Emmanuel Rana of the program Know Your Constitution. I join you from Monrovia this morning.
Email, welcome to the program, my brother.
Okay, well, let me first say thanks to you guys for keeping things up. And in regard to the discussion this morning, well, if you read the Constitution of Liberia, read Article 9 of the Constitution. You know, before when President Weah used to travel, I used to read these things, or people never used to listen. Now, Article 9 of the Constitution gives the right responsibility to the president to travel and lobby and have integration with other nations around the world. Article 9, specifically, when you read it, you get an understanding. Well, the president traveled to South Korea. I don't know, but for what I know, 100% that. I think there is something good in the air. I can tell anybody that 100%. Having a relationship with South Korea, you go read on South Korea developmental issue when it comes to technology, and everything. I think it's a good step forward. Yeah, I don't want to give people high hope for that, but no, I have the strong feelings that something great will happen. You know, as a citizen, we have two options. You got a responsibility and you got a right. It is a responsibility to encourage your national government to see the best for your country. Yes, your responsibility. There's a responsibility to pay taxes. It's a responsibility to clean your environment. It's a responsibility to ensure that public property are well taken care of. It's a responsibility. So, it's our responsibility to defend our government. To see the best for your national government. Because if the best is not happening, you're also going to be affected.
Okay.
So, when politics is over, election is over, now it's time for us to drive together and see the best. After that, when politics come, election come, we can get in another move. But for now, I think something great will happen. I can tell anybody that for sure.
Thank you, Iman. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother.
All right, 0778665699. Let's go over to the WhatsApp number and take this caller. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Baka. Thank you for the program. This is Douglas. I'm calling from Europe.
Douglas, welcome, my brother. You're live this morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the program. Look, I think, it was last night I got to know that after the first 5 appointments in government and members of the opposition, those guys that were in the collaboration, they got angry because the president appointed, I think, one Jonathan guy at the Justice Ministry. So the president turned over all of the appointments to the committee. No, so all of those means that were coming out erasing here and there, it was not the president. You see, so if forming the problem with Liberia is forming a coalition government. Those they have the spores within the government too much. It will damage you. It will damage your government. And so I think the president have to be very smart in stopping those spores around him. And actually, to run Liberia government, it will be very, very difficult because there will be people of interest. If you are a politician, for example, you opt for the next election, you have to bring people around you. You have to collaborate with what you have. Not you will lose this what caused George Weah to lose the next election because people that brought him to power never maintain them. And in Liberia, in government in Liberia, you have to be corrupt. That's it. Because you see, so Joe Parker, all of those guys that were removing me, they were not him. It was the committee. And last night, I don't know for John Money because John Money was the insider. So after the first 5 presidents that he appointed, he turned it over to the committee. Delon and all of them, they started removing him, taking him, that they damaged the government from the onset.
So you believe now that the government is damaged? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's not really damaged. It damaged the name of the government from the onset. It was some little missteps, missteps that were there. Now, in order to correct those missteps, now you as a president, you got to put a feet on the ground. For example, those meetings that they have, make sure that those guys go after those things. make sure that those guys be on track, or not remove them, because he have nothing to lose, but he have a legacy to leave to the Liberian people.
All right.
He must deliver.
Thank you so much from the diaspora there, our brother on the WhatsApp number. Let's take this person here quickly. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name is joining us from?
I'm Mr. Kawe.
Mr. Kawe, welcome.
Thank God. Yeah, we got independent 1847. I think almost 100 or more years. Now, our government, they always go to put to go look for money. And the money is wasting. The money is here. What are you people going to go take taxpayer money, get in place to go look for money? The money is there. Look, in Botswana, the Botswana government, if you bring one bag of cassava, government buy it for you $50. The place where air, government car will go for it. When those people, when they say from here to China, when the money comes, so they can be 2.5 billion in the economy. Yeah, or Tama, and they go, people taking them free. People taking them free. In Botswana, the government won't say Tama and they go. There's money there. They threw it. They put Bay Hotel there. When you see where people putting that going to go take picture with elephants and deer, look, when you see the money here, the money here, the government only need to create a avenue. They have a big machine to make a farm. To make farm. That good thing there, you can do it. But to go people there want money, one day you help on the government, there's nothing there that way by.
Okay. All right.
Way by the thing should be happening.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for calling in. We will take some. We take like 3 more calls on 0778-665-699. 0778-665-699. Come back shortly. We'll take our guest. The guys from the Council of Patriots, like I said, they will be here this morning. We'll be discussing a wide range of issues on the show this morning. So 0778-665-699. Let's take this person. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, the President.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Let me say good morning to your colleagues and the Liberian people. My name is Kwewu William Carvey, and I join this conversation from District 3. Let me appreciate it so much for the discussion. You see, this is why we love this government so much, and this government is creating an avenue for investors in the country. And I think the government officials will do the needful. So that one of the things that I think when President Bouaka was then the opposition leader, he appeared on one of these shows. He said, I think Risky came here one time and she promised the Liberian government that, they were going to do lots of things. Then when they asked him about that corner of opportunity, what are some of the opportunities that was cornered? And he mentioned that he said there were so many promises given to Liberia. But then when the people left back, there were no government officials to run after those promises to make it issue. So I think now his president would make sure to make these people to go after any promises that have been made to Liberia, any bilateral relationship with any other country, promises from any other investors. They can go after them to get their attention back and remind them that, so and so time we discussed so and so thing that it's going to happen. But you see it? So that's why for me, I love this government so much, and this government will fight corruption to the fullest. And we know that asset recovery team is some part, because you see the greatest who are going to quote, they mean that the asset recovery team work behind the scene and they are found them guilty, or they are found fault on them, and they don't want to submit themselves. Now they run into court that the people lack jurisdiction to punish them for whatever thing. But we know that the people will go to court and they will be vindicated from it. They will pursue them.
All right. Thank you so much. We take 2 more calls on 0778-665-699, 0778-665-699. or 0880561644. Just 2 more calls this morning on the Punch Breakfast Show on Punch. That's Punch 106.7. We are taking your calls this morning on the topic on the discussion. The president visit to Korea. What are some of the things that we to benefit as country? And 7 MOU was signed by the Korean government and other institutions there in Korea to come and invest in Liberia. So we don't want it to be like the Jawia turn. The time Jawia say Jawia say bringing teacher them from Nigeria. Jawia say that one will come from Ghana. Jawia say the other one say the other one. So we want things to be like that. So Ishmael, listen to the callers.
Yeah, you know, and it's important, you know, that they strike all of those points. And one of the callers said, you know, there's no need for government to leave the country to go and well, he made a great point, but the case of our country is quite different, because looking at the current economic situation in country wherein government finds it difficult to generate taxes from citizens, so it becomes a serious problem. So once there is no means of generating revenue internally, so there's a you know, a possibility that they will have to go out of the country to go and extract direct foreign investment, so that you citizens can have, you know, opportunity to work and be able to pay taxes. But how it been the case, you highlight that Botswana, well, maybe citizens there they are complying, you know, with taxes. But how many Liberians are paying taxes? People just established businesses, or, you know, in the country, they are not paying taxes to government. People try to go and collect and say, oh, government after its citizens. So as a result, government will have to go out to, you know, get, you know, investment to come about to invest and create opportunities for its citizens to be empowered economically. So that's the essence for which government go about. But it's not really, because some of these prerequisites that come with some of these agreements are kind of difficult, because you have this word of inclusion, the issue of, you know, reintegration, other factors, underlying factors. There are some agreements that government sign, you know, at times are really kind of hostile. But as a government, it is the responsibility of any government to create an environment of economic empowerment for its citizens.
Okay, let's take our last call, then we can bring our guest this morning. Let's take this caller here. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, guys. This is Johnny Montgomery calling from Chicago.
And Montgomery, welcome, my brother. You're live with us this morning.
Okay. Well, my concern has to do with the asset recovery team. It's been 4 months. 4 months since the asset recovery team was formed. We haven't seen anything from them. We still got government officials passing around that sold government house around here. We got government officials passing around that lavish government things, man. And the asset recovery team hasn't done anything yet. They are taking allowance. Yes. Just like on Friday, they gave them money. Just like on Friday, they gave them money. Yeah. Business will not be as usual. The Liberian people suffer for the past 6 years, and we see people passing around. Nothing is happening. The President Bush to go back to the asset recovery team and let them to do the work. And not free money to go give them. They need to do the work. That's my main concern this morning, Professor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for calling in and talking about the asset recovery team. They need to do their work according to our brother. They're calling from Sinker. That's Johnny Montgomery. So he's our last caller this morning. So folks, we told you that this morning we have the guys from the Council of Patriots. Is it their youth chair? Is here Yusuf. Yusuf is here this morning. He's the youth chair. We want to know how far is the Council of Patriots the best silent for a very long time. So this morning we thought it wise bringing them up to know, up to speed, the Liberian people. A lot of people have saying that the Council of Patriots is dead. Some are saying that no, they are waiting to they are padding up their notes because they are they are an advocate group an advocacy group, Ishmael. So they've been piling their notes, making sure that once the Buakai's administration isn't going well, that's the time they can come out. So we have the guys, most especially the youth chair of the Council of Patriots in our presence this morning. He's accompanied by one of his members. So we'll cross over to him this morning. Yusuf, good morning and welcome to the Punch Breakfast Show this morning.
Yeah, good morning, Baka Amar Kamara.
Just lift the microphone up a bit, okay?
Yeah, good morning, Baka Amar Kamara. I think this is an opportunity for us today to speak on this unique and dynamic platform.
Okay, so you are here with your...
Yeah, I'm here with one of my able lieutenant of the institution, Louvely. This is Augustine, a very brilliant brother. In the issues in the
Augustine, good morning. Punch Breakfast. Yeah, just lift the microphone up a bit. Okay, so health wise, how you doing?
I'm doing everything on post. Yeah.
How is the Council of Patriots ask you? How is like the COP, Henry Costa? How is Henry Costa doing?
Mr. Henry Costa is doing extremely well, and the Council of Patriots is in full swing. Many people say the institution died, nobody hearing from the institution. You know, the Council of Patriots is the conglomeration of serial political actors in our country. You have the letter of Senator April Ndaros DeLong as the advisory council chair.
Is he still a member?
He's still a member of the institutions. You have Stephen Johnson, still members of the institutions. You have Mo Ali, still member of the institution. So Chairman Costa still remain the chairman of the institution. So all of the people, all of the actors that founded the institution lately being the driving force, they are still on board. But then we believe in the Council of Patriots. I think this is some of our crowd with the young people. That election is over. Some of those folks have been given the opportunity to serve in government. So we believe that I want to use this platform now to call on the letter of Mo Ali and Stephen Johnson and the other folks. The Council of Patriots is now government institutions. So we believe that they step back small and get the young people the chance and opportunity.
They step back in what way now? What are you trying to talk about? They should relinquish their position that they are serving. They are serving.
Yes.
Is it a core? For them to they be a part of it. If you are calling on them to step back small, then it means that you should be calling for even the chair of the institution to step back small because he has served that position for a very long time.
Thank you, Baka. All the period of time, Costa had never been afraid carrying the institution to conventions where people will select their new leader. But our point is, the Council of Patriots is a civil rights movement that played a role in advocating for our people. So in so doing, you can be in government, serving government position with really press statement, and you see Mo Ali's signature there or Stephen Johnson. It will not look good for them. In my mind, I think it is necessary and it is best in our interest to draw back a little bit.
Conflict of interest.
To avoid conflict of interest. Thank you. To allow all the actors to come on the playing field.
Okay, so but if you guys have reached out to them, what have been their response so far?
No, for me, I believe I don't think they are shying away from getting back. As time go back, the institution we are in serious conversation, and in the coming days we'll go for convention.
Is this impeding the smooth movement of the institution?
Yes, it's in my opinion as a youth chair what I see because I'm the only known person who are voting right at the executive council of the institutions.
Okay.
I believe because of those transition process in our country, and there are other people who are political actors now. So infecting the movement of the institutions, infecting the movement greatly.
Someone may say, Ishmael, if you want to come in, you can come in anytime. But someone may say, they just ended election divided the Council of Patriots greatly. In a sense, it became a divided civil rights movement, wherein the chair and other members were going politically different, and other members like the Mo Ali, the DeLong, and other people were going differently. So that brought total division within the movement. Have there been any sign of reconciliation in bringing them back together and moving this movement forward?
No, Bwaka. Over the period of time, I've understand something about the politics of our country.
Okay.
You see, with the young people, we got to calm down. The laird of Delon, Mo Ali, Henry Pedro da Costa, they are friendly people. They talk on a daily basis. Even when I go in the executive chat room now, you see several conversations between them. It is the young people who follow the political happenings of the day. They don't know the day-to-day happening and the long-standing relationship.
Yeah, but you are part of that in young people, though. Yeah, you do follow Costa.
Yeah, I follow Costa, though.
Okay.
But why it is true that I follow Costa? But one day, I'm Bwaka. You will not see me on Facebook attack Delon personally. There's some of the photos go on Facebook and tell you, Delon are me, man, you can't get no. Those are not my concern.
Okay.
The reason that I put in Delon in power is to do the right thing for our people. He now gave me school fee. He gave me this is none of my business. But some of the young people today during the political time, Costa had political disagreement. All the period of time I told somebody, Costa was very clear. I think Bwaka, you are privileged to sit in one of those meetings.
Okay, yeah.
Say, gentlemen, we are going to elections. I and Joseph Human Bwaka have passed along on the way. So I believe that all the young folks here today, I can tell you today, move beyond Bwaka or go beyond Joe. I believe you get your own independent right on who to support in this election.
Yes, of course, and I respect him for that fact. I worked with him
good
for several years, and when the elections came up, and he said, "Oh," he called us to me. He said, "Oh, my man, gentlemen, this is the way I go." And me, I thought it wise that I never wanted to get involved into politics. I said, no, chief, for me, I don't go. And he respected me.
Certainly.
He respected me. He said, okay, Bwaka, that's the view. And that's it. I enjoy. So when it comes to be real with you,
good.
I respected him for that.
Good.
And he respect everybody's view equally.
And Bwaka, this is the thing. Thank God you're one of the witnesses.
Yeah.
You know, but there are a lot of young people out there. And we want to clear that on this air today. That Costa is a beneficiary of the civil rights movement. Costa is a patriot, he's a Democrat. He believes that each and everyone will get the free way and opportunity to support who they want to support. There are people who are running around the political corridor saying that Costa is threatening our political alignment on who to support, on who to be with. I want to say on this show that is a diabolical lie.
Okay.
Up to today's date, there are people who today that supported Mr. Bwaka, they are staying in line with Pedro, the friendly. The leader of my fire, David. He worked as one of the ministry there. He's a very close friend to Henry. But some of the young people in the election, they use that means to gather Henry Pedro Costa.
Okay, but can we say, Ishmael, like I said, if you
sure.
Can we say the Council of Patriot is perpetually dead because since the elections, there haven't been any press release from the Council of Patriot speaking on national issues. There haven't been the movement. We haven't seen the movement coming up with any statement when it comes to national branding issues. We saw people coming up against the importation of the yellow machines. We saw the rice price, the hacking the rice price. We saw a lot of things happening. But the Council of Patriot that should be a pressure group, the Council of Patriot that should be a pressure group, they are silent. What's going on?
Bwaka. Augustine will
come. Yeah.
You see, Labira, we're in a very controversial political terrain. Labira looking at new relationship. When the people put new government in power, even I'm sorry to say on your show, even if the government put people in place, they will say that don't know. But then you got to give the people the chance and opportunity on what they settle for. Over the period of time, our leader Henry Pedro da Costa gave Joe almost 10 months. He did not speak. He was very cool because he believed that even if you wrong the people today, or you speak on behalf of them, there are people who will say, but Joe we are doing. You saw the Bwaka regime. Bwaka, there were appointments made by President Joseph Human Bwaka. Supreme Court ordered him to say, my man, don't tamper with those attending position. There were people on radio, all political actors who were advocating on those things. and the people bash at them. You're telling them they're good, but they're fighting you. So you got to study the political fear of the country. Now, I speak, or institutions speak, they say the men are angry. The men are
but the men supported a different political party now. So what will he come and speak on? Speaking of something, it may look like, politically, let me stay angry, let me support that job. Yeah.
Thank you. So the way the government have the budget, that the budget take effect.
Okay. When the trickle down effect start to fall on the Liberian people, they start to see the pinch.
Thank you. Then you can come in now to talk for them, but now a new relationship. You can temper.
So
Okay, of course, you want to come in. Yeah.
Yes, can I come in? So on the issue of COP being dead or this or that, these are public propaganda that come to that people try to believe. If we understand the doctrines of the party, of the institution, we are there as a civil group who advocate on behalf of the Liberian people. So COP, like my brother just said, you said, or COP have a lot of stakeholders, like the layer of Mo Ali, the layer of Abraham Dow, those people, they are already come to power. So if you are in the government and you have that kind of position within COP, who will make that kind of brave move to say, my children, these are wrong things if you have been a feature of the government?
No, Augustine. This is a civil movement. You understand? I come in. There's a civil movement. Not should hinder the operation of this movement because it should be because somebody is in government. There's a movement that have people from diverse background.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So it shouldn't be based on because somebody in government that we can speak out. If you say so, it means that you are not proceeding right.
No.
So this is my point.
I was saying
Let me address that. So this is all right. You have maybe the Secretary General who's supposed to advocate on behalf of the institution, all the Liberian people. But right now, in Die and Yami with the government, within the government, there will be some compromise. That's what I'm saying. So we from the youth wing angle, we are saying no. Those people, if they want to be with us, they have to be glad to say we stand for the Liberian people.
That is our position.
That is our position.
So Yusuf, if the guys don't want to leave the position that you guys are calling them to, you are calling for them to at least step backward, so new breed of officers can take over and start to run the affairs of the institution. If the guys,
Baka, here's the thing. You know, the institution, the constitutions did not make specific reference on what when you come to power, because when they founded the movement that day, people never thought, the second thought was not there to say the country will transition.
Okay.
So we are not saying it on a forcible manner, but we believe it is the right thing to do. Let them fall back and get other Liberians, most especially other opposition actors, to come on board so they can run the government. So back out to the COP, we are working on some issues. So in the coming days, we will hear the COP.
Okay.
In the coming days, we still.
You're still waiting for 10 months. Since 10 months, I get job here.
We still observing.
You're still waiting for 10 months. I get job here.
The one moon period of the Unity Party.
So what have you observed so far?
Thank you.
Okay. We are getting there now.
You know, we can, like I said to you, Baka, we can. There have been so many issues and contradictions.
Yeah, let's go into them.
One, let's talk about the president 100 days. We come to the appointment of actors in government.
Yeah.
There was series of appointment made. Supreme Court said, gentlemen, look, you're in error. But Baka, you know what baffled my mind? With the kind of tactician and technocrat that is within the rescue mission. In my mind, I didn't believe that with all of those tacticians around the president will still be diving into appointing people at any position.
Okay.
Where Supreme Court will be ordering him to say, my man,
the president have the way and pleasure to hire and fire any person at any time. Get to understand that.
We are no 100%.
Okay.
But Baka, our country is governed by law. In no Supreme Court, it is the only decision-making body within the country, the Honorable Supreme Court, like object to the president's decision.
Yes, of course.
Whenever when it's in constitution error. So we are saying to you, you look at the issues of standing position. There are issues. Recently, look at the FDA and Bata. The companies are operating in aptitude and for political influence.
So what's your call to the president?
Thank you. My call to Joseph Yuma Boakai, President Joseph Yuma Boakai.
Okay.
Like his action taking, sometimes it will be fair in conversation. Boakai, we are Liberian. If anything goes wrong today in the country, we will be affected. Most especially the ordinary people.
Yeah.
I'm not Delone or Costa or other people. Us, the ordinary people. So, like I said, I was sitting in one of my corner recently when the president acted at the DEA
suspended
those 3 actors. I said, very good. I give you applause for that. Even though I voted against Joseph Yuma Boakai, and I still had to believe that they will not perform. Because in life, there will be opposing force from all angles.
Yes, of course.
And that is democracy.
So you believe that they will not do well?
I believe. Until they can convince me. And I've not been convinced yet. And the reason I believe that they will not do well, Boakai, the ratings are on the wall all over the place. There are people within the rescue mission. Until the president can start to muster the courage. Boakai, I told somebody in recent days that Liberia, you want to run this country. Don't be bad, but you will be wicked.
So Boakai not wicked?
No.
He not bad?
No.
He's soft?
No, Boakai. He's a soft old man.
Okay.
To run a country that Liberia, you got to take some hard and drastic decisions.
And the head of your institution sold this man to the Liberian people for 5 years. So you come in and saying he's soft now, it sent a message that even though there was a disagreement before the elections, but he sold this particular man for 5 years to the Liberian people. Yeah, I'm talking about the head of the COP.
Yes, I'm coming. Why it is true that Costa is flawed with the constitutional right to go and vote, I get mine.
Okay.
I'm on record for not being supporter of Joseph Yuma Boakai.
Okay. Even by the time he was supporting.
Okay. I'm on record in the COP. I've not been a supporter of Joseph Yuma Boakai over the period of time. Because I believe the Unity Party 12 years in this country, it is very, very troubling. It's just that the Unity Party, but I believe the Unity Party back then today will be different. You know why? Their students were very professional, but they won't.
It'll be broad.
They will look. It will be very broad.
For the past few months, what have been your observation so far when it comes to governance?
So, Boakai, can I come in?
Yeah, come in.
You asked a question, very meaningful question, concerning their performance in terms of the for the past 3 months. Like my brother was saying, if you look at even the asset recovery team, why do you think people are resigning today from that asset recovery team?
Because they get another job.
Not because they get
they have another job. Why? I want to know. He resigned. I come in on. From my understanding, and I stand to be corrected here. You understand? From my understanding, he resigned because he do have a job. That's why he resigned his position. Okay, you can go ahead and correct me. Why did he resign?
Let me make this clear on the top show this morning.
Okay.
EFF leader the leader resigned because he said there are a lot of people that was corrupting the institution. He said that on a Facebook page. You can go and check it out this morning. He said there are a lot of people that the corruption are entered the system. And people are not willing to listen to them because of the age. So it will not be a good thing for him as a young man coming off bright. People believe in him and he died in Yami with corrupt people. Then people look at it and laugh it because he said people did it yesterday and we should do it today. So it's not within the practice as a young man.
So it means that the asset recovery will be a failure.
It's a failure already. It's not will not be. Don't say will. It's a failure already.
Another thing, Boakai. I'm sitting here today. I never thought that Boakai the president could go 5 months without the asset recovery, even giving matching bar to the Liberian people. Matching bars.
They are putting their ass together now. So
that's what I mean.
I listen to you the morning. You said something. You know what?
I come in. You come there.
Yeah.
It's a 6 year thing. We are just few months, just 3 to 4 months. Why rush? You have to get your notes together before going, because they don't want to be that. Oh, Yusuf stole from me, Boakai. are going to take Yusuf to court without getting the concrete evidence to take Yusuf to court. Now, if I take Yusuf to court and Yusuf win me in court, Yusuf can sue me for damage.
Thank you, Baka. If you say that, I will tell you no problem to. But here's the thing.
Okay.
You and I know very well that the asset recovery team is on record for procedural error from the beginning.
Yes.
If they go and face that thing, that is their issues. But in my mind, I believe why. The way the past government, all of this corruption issue that were labeled against President Weah, I believe that there are a lot of facts, there are evidence to prove on some of those actors within the CDC-led government to bring them to justice. But I'm telling you today, the Liberian people, they are yearning for justice. They are yearning for asset recovery. Something that has belonged to masses of the land people. They are yearning for that. So when you come here, let me give you one example. You said something this morning on your show. You say we are in a country where when the president make a travel, when he come back, they say, oh, the president will be there. The president will be. John Weah did the same. He will bring 5,000 children.
Yeah.
I think you see the president visit to Korea. At the end of the day, that mumbo jumbo.
Nothing will come from there.
No fruition. So nothing will come.
But this administration is different from the Weah administration. So it is two. We are talking two different governance systems here. If you say it will be a momo jumbo because Weah was a sin because of what happened under the Weah administration.
I said it can be. Because even you said it this morning.
Yes, of course.
That it will not be the George Weah where people make a travel and then come out of our country. Baka, you know sometimes that broad matter when we come to political platform. So now we're not let to sugarcoat some of those conversations. Liberia, they're not Facebook. Baka have just come to power. Somebody say we agree. But if you walk to the public, the ratings are only for our people. That thing is not right in the country. Thing is not right in terms of electricity. So Baka get buckets of things to handle.
You are looking at it from your political lenses, your opposition political lens. That's why you are saying things are not right for the people in the country. The ordinary Liberians, they are celebrating. They are celebrating the administration. They are because things are okay for them. But you, from your glasses, you are looking at it politically from an opposition standpoint. That's why you are saying.
I'll be a hypocrite to say that. I'll be a hypocrite to say that. There are people who are not benefiting from the regime. On the average, you know, one of the reasons Mr. Weah lost the election, they felt that the elections were about Facebook. When you do that, you run to Facebook. Waka, sometimes leave your car down, go to places the West Point, some of those struggling terrain, and look at the faces of the people and listen to them. Listen to their opinion.
It was a
I'm not saying
it was a
I'm not saying that they're against Baka. I'm saying their expectation for the government is so high. So Baka gets so many things to work on.
Okay, well, let me ask you this question.
Instead of so he should have just abandoned the trip and just focus on.
I'm not against the trip. Okay. No, nobody will be against the trip because we believe that every time the president travel out of the country, it is possible he will go and bring something good for our people.
But the other trip.
And the other trip. And we listened, they said there was some MOU sign.
Yes, MOU sign.
That's not money. MOU.
Yeah.
It means some agreement. And I hear that the even appeal for the Korean government to get visa free to the country. If it happen, that's fun thing. Because a few days ago, why about yellow machine business? There were people posting yellow machine. Well, I gave me a tangible reason on what ground we get the yellow machine. Where we what is in return of getting the yellow machine?
So you're not celebrating the coming of those yellow machines.
The yellow machine?
It will help improve our rules.
No, Waka, listen, let me repeat. The yellow machine coming to the country, that fun thing. Everybody want it. Even me, my country.
How is it coming?
How is it coming? That is the point. So, we are too desperate for development. At the end of the day, you saw the Iboma and Eto Lumba, Mr. We are around here. So I'm saying, Waka, yellow machine in the country, one of the serious acts within the rescue mission, in fact, that helped Waka to bring the power. I'm a opponent. I listened to a record. There were opposing view, but his statement that he cataloged that day on a platform, it was on course. That we're not against development. Development is a nice thing. Everybody wants the yellow machine. But on what ground we getting the yellow machine? What thing will be giving return? Those are hard questions that we want to ask. Because even when the yellow machine come tomorrow, a possible woman will take care on a farm. It won't go be doing a galley there. A possible that abroad, we are seeing it over the period of time in our country. But at the end of the day, Baka, why it is true that I believe that Baka will not perform? We pray for the best because it is democracy. We pray for the best for our country. That if Baka do well today, like I said, when you fire those people at the DA, I say congratulations, Mr. President.
Yeah, but he will do more.
We hope for that. But I believe that the woman will not perform.
Okay,
no business as usual.
No business as usual. So this statement as no business as usual. Do you think it is working for the Liberian people under this administration?
Let me come in, Baka. The statement called no business as usual. I would say no business as usual. If corruption was yesterday, and you make corruption today, you make everybody open. You make corruption your best friend. Let's look at the issue. Why is Martin Kodi disappointed in the government?
Is he disappointed?
He's disappointed. I'm telling you.
I haven't seen. He haven't come publicly to say. He haven't been relatively blank. I come with you. He haven't come out publicly to say, I am disappointed in the government. They haven't been.
You will not see Martin Kodi.
No, not say that. Let me point one. Let's look at the issue of Joseph Alai, who have been masquerading the political corridor. Unfortunately, I didn't believe that with the way they were castigating people, they haven't wished other people to occupy certain position, that they don't meet up with the qualification. Joseph Alai, my man. Martin was dissatisfied. Now, look, you said there was no business as usual, but you gave me a very strategic position. Somebody who control the statement of the president.
His deputy.
A deputy. You put him at that strategic position. Sometimes the country is even making some serious error in terms of communication to the public. And we see that as a problem in our country. So there is a business as usual.
So it means that there's a business
as usual.
Okay. So folks, we are in conversation with the guys from the Council of Patriots. Yusuf is here along with Augustine. We are talking some wide range of issues, making news in our border politics here in Liberia this morning. So Yusuf, let's focus our lenses on development-wise under this administration. They are just few months, and they have started, developing our roads. Taxi, when I'm moving from here to Maryland, now we can see taxi moving from here to Maryland.
The $22 million project.
We can see taxi or motorbike living from here to Lofa. We can see a lot of development is taking shape now in the country. But you are looking at it from a different perspective. I don't know what perspective are you looking at that from, but there have been a lot of things happening positively under this administration.
Let me come in.
You know what is troubling? I'm coming here, like I said to somebody a few days ago, I said, but what is wrong with our country? We not say the entire Liberia, my man, Mosurado, man, just electrify Mosurado for a 24-hour current. And the government account, they were going to do their own thing. From 1847 up to present day Liberia. We not say Lofa, we say Bonkande, Mosurado, keep it electrified. For me, I'm not seeing any tangible yet that the government has stick to say they want, we'll handle it at the air. We'll go with it. That's how you can run a country. The country that Liberia now, you can't say you will do it and we are who wanted to come to second.
Yeah, but you voted the same we are.
I supported we are. You know why I supported we are? I didn't support we are because we are well peppered or in the extremely well. You won't get all deep inside the conversation.
Go ahead. That's the conversation I want us to go to.
Baka, we were in the room. We were in the conversation. Most of the comrades you see running around the corridor today, they are not decision maker in the room now around Pedro. Alhamdulillah, our privilege to be part of that inter-round Henry Pedro Costa.
Of course.
We are reached out to Pedro. Say, my man, yeah, see what political man. You can't say you get the fashion of Mr. Bwaga and you want to abstain from the elections. I know that all the poor of time have made some huge mistakes. I made some error. I can rectify the error if I've been given second term. I said to you, because as a Democrat, you know, you work with Costa before that man will solve that. He said, oh, we can give the man an opportunity to go for the second round. Based on the Unity Party now, the folks say they are arrived. They have deep conversation. That now we can bring it to the public.
That one day we'll see Mr. Costa with Joseph Boakai, right? Those are the conversations that is taking place. Is that what you're telling us?
No, but Boakai, you know what I want to say to you? The issue about Boakai and Costa over the we don't talk in the much because you know why? Personally, in the COP, Costa have admired Boakai for his heart naturally. Costa supported Boakai naturally on him. My man, brother, nobody go on a political table and just suppose somebody says my uncle.
Yeah, but they thought denigrated him though. That's the point.
No, I'm coming to that. The denigration upset came for so many reasons. There were, you know, Boakai now get issues
because he was picked by the president to serve as vice president. That's all.
No, Boakai,
that's where the disagreement came from.
No, Boakai. Let me say something to you. It is not about Costa not being picked up. This is not the conversation. Boakai, you see the letter Mountain Collie today? He wrote on Facebook that Boakai blacked him. I get evidence to those.
Just a Boakai blacking.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just hearing it.
When you father of the home, when you're changing fight, you must muster the courage to reach out. Boakai, of course, that you know, Boakai, that one old man that everybody that in your web will all of them wrong him. Manansali wrong him. He and Eddie and web together before. Eddie did not endorse him again. We are because Eddie wrong him. Benin you wrong him. Tell you wrong him. Costa wrong him. So all the put that well Boakai injured. Nobody can wrong. He can wrong nobody. That people can wrong him. But our point is, Boakai did not behave as a father to Henry. My man, you want to people so it was not possible because I was just drawing money from Imagine and tell you say Boakai brought you in the conversation. But you know our people, when they desperate, when they want you, that time of course I was saying all that thing about Boakai, yeah, I had a conversation. I didn't embrace them because at that time you saw this man for over 5 years.
Yes.
When you can't tell the man, say even the man, nobody will listen to you. Even when you get issue with the man, nobody will listen. But we believe, we that were around the conversation, we know that Boakai wrong our man. Even you go or you cannot explain from now to tomorrow. You say your own, but you can't change our position.
Yeah, but Boakai winning elections have made Costa to lose relevance. That's what they are saying now.
Boakai.
Yeah, the UP folks are saying this.
Costa can only lose relevance if the Boakai government
succeed.
If not, it's not succeed where we get 24-hour electricity on course. And thank you to Mo Ali. Mo Ali performing in one area small.
What?
Yeah, I want to recommend him for that.
Yeah,
Mo Ali is doing well. So if the LEC is 24-hour on course, back of red at 1,300.
LD,
my man. Those are things that we want for our people. You get tuition fee around here being paid by the government. You get our brother being rehabilitated while they are on course. You get the traffic law, all those kind of things. The health sector is working. Where you now go to GFK, somebody tells you, no, brother, they mean that Boakai on course. But until then, in my mind, Boakai, the way you see, I told somebody that brother, that community, where you get rid of the community chairman, you go lay one brief, they say the man doing well. That brought the package of issues.
In terms of relationship, you know, between Mr. Costa and the president, what's the relationship? Because you have that close proximity with him.
Where after Mr. Boakai won the election, it not happened behind me. I was sitting there because I congratulated the president. And in response to that, it was yes. Boakai, you know, people that Costa is a rolling line. And a circle in there, people within that surrounding the fear. Personally, when he asked me today, I will tell you the issue about Boakai and Costa matter. The people around Boakai, they fear this man.
They fear him. His presence will intimidate.
Yes. Boakai, you know, somebody will tell you Costa corrupt, they in their money. But Boakai worked with this man before. Costa never embraced corruption. When you get money from somebody, you eat that money, you say, my man, look, why I'm gonna give you the money though? Let me get you one story. I know somebody from my office one day.
Man, go to yell.
Yeah, we listen to when you work for the man, you don't know the man too good. You say, what kind of arrogant man? But again, it gets so mad that when you're giving piece of job to do on money issue, you temper away. And Anybody here talking about Kwasa Kwabro, he left money, he left the mean, they not
They not know
agree
him.
no more.
Yeah,
They not know him,
but
but
that's why he was financially influenced to John Weir after preaching the message against Weir for 5 years.
Why you got money?
Yeah, but I'm saying that I'm saying
this.
this for a fact because people been saying it. They say that he was paid. He was paid to John Weir. Yeah.
Until our people can believe that governance is different from propaganda. Now they are in governance. They should understand governance from propaganda.
Okay.
Those things you are saying they are propaganda. These are things that come to the public discourse that people try to believe. Let me tell you, the real politics, those political actors, the ruling unity party, the real political actors, they know the truth.
They know
that Costa hold down for Josh Weir. You can say that how much Costa will hold for Josh Weir. To say I'm going to support you.
And he supported Boakai willingly.
Thank you.
Never received MNT from So he supported John Weir willingly, the like he did for Joseph.
Let me say something to you here today on his open platform. When Costa endorsed Mr. Weir, before the endorsement, some of our issues are number one person. Our privilege to go in and because the executive committee split. Our privilege to go in and allow meeting with the leader. So I hear we have been done on the covering call, and then later the call or back. But then when we reach out to the youth leaders, say, gentlemen, some of the factors of Henry Petro I just say we endorse Joe Weir. But in endorsement, I love Costa. He's a Democrat. He said, gentlemen, you that want to support Baka, go and support. Even in your present Baka in the studio with me today, he says in front of you that if you want to go support Baka, go and support him willingly. And in that meeting, somebody raised concern. But leader, if I win support the man at the beginning, so get money, a purple, a black, and there were all actors were in the CDC who were in that meeting that were not quite near to the BB people. Quite very clear in that meeting.
Of course.
Say, I'm not supporting CDC because they give me money. They hear now, as then the BB people they say now here. But somebody will tell you, oh, because you will not tell you. No, I've reached a stage with Costa and Bwaka. We are going deep. We are going into something deep. That even some of the young comrades they don't know. But Costa is a man who, when you friend with him today, you open everything to you. You just open your mouth.
Okay. So first we'll go to the phone line shortly. But let's look at the future of the Union Party, the CDC towards the 2029 election. Is there any future for the UP or the CDC?
Let me come into that.
No, for the CDC, let me address CDC. You talk about UP, right?
Yeah, for the CDC.
The CDC, like I said to somebody,
it's already divided. So that
like I said to somebody, the CDC continue to speak to ills, but it's not working. Nobody listen to them. You know why? Jeffrey Powell. In my mind, if the CDC want to make a better comeback, the other day I was telling the mayor, Jefferson Tam Cody, I had a privilege to say to him,
he's a close friend.
Yeah, he's an ally now.
Okay, he's an ally now. Okay.
I want to say to you on this platform, I wish I knew that brother, all of politics. I wish I knew that brother back then, before the election. He's a very good man.
He's a very good man.
I want to say that. I say to
you
him.
castigated him before.
Right? Yes.
But now he's a good man.
Like I said to you, Bwaka, politics of our country, majority sometimes on the basis of propaganda.
Okay.
But sometimes when you privilege to go around some of these actors, you'll know that they are good people.
Okay, the CDC, the future of the CDC.
The future of the CDC. People that, even though I embrace Koji, humanitarian issues, he's a nice man, but I believe Koji, Memasi Kaba, and the rest of the people who are acting within the CDC, I believe they fall back and give the young people in the party to flag our issues.
Like the COP.
Maybe COP specific.
They have their COP. They have a CDC council.
I will ask you about that one there because we have two different CDCs. The COP supporting Joseph Boakai, we have COP supporting Josh Manawia. But that's clue on the issue.
Is it you have COP supporting what?
Joseph Newman Boakai.
Where?
We have in the elections. We have few guys that support. I mean, let's conclude on this. Then we need to go to the phone lines because we are running with time. So you think CDC is not making impact politically because of the guys that were in the governing system are the ones still spearheading things and their message not resonating with the Liberian people. Is that what you think?
Yes, that's what I think.
And they should give chance to the young folks.
The young folks. You saw when Mr. Weir came to power here. the more Ali than people that benefited Patreon and other posts. Nobody was listening to them. The first now come to somebody mind, but the manager from power, the men enjoying. So nobody will listen. So I believe if the CDC want to make a proper comeback, 2 recommendations. I told somebody the other day. One, the young people within the party will be given the opportunity to make new Koji, to make new membership Kaba, to make new Avin Wise. But the other people let it fall by the big tactician. 2.
So can I come?
2, I would never encourage for the CDC to bring Mr. Weirba on anything.
That's the question I was about to ask.
No, the reason I'm saying it is simple. I would not encourage for CDC to bring Mr. Weirba on any ticket.
Why?
Thank you, my man. I mean, 20,000.
I'm asking you why. I'm asking you why because there's a CMA that you supported and voted for. Okay, no. So that's what I'm asking you why.
Thank you. You know why? Sometimes in politics, you support people on the basis of interest, political interest. One of my supporters is we are political interest too as well. I support them based on my political interest. That one another public issue based on my political interest.
Because there was no option again.
There was no option. And we needed to participate in the process.
Only walk out there against him.
And from time to time, I have not been supportive of Bwaka.
Yeah.
And I hate him. But politically, I believe that he can't get my vote.
Why we shouldn't be we shouldn't contest on the CDC?
It's a long conversation. We will skip that for another day.
All right, we'll set a time for that.
Okay. Very long conversation.
Yeah, just come in so we can go to the phone lines.
Okay, so to your question this morning, I do believe that there is no unity party, no CDC comes to 29.
Why you say so?
And then we can have anybody from the ground side.
No, they are the two. You have only the two trending political parties.
CDC have already made a mistake. Like people have angry with CDC.
So CDC finished.
But if they come to unity party, if they don't perform,
they will be finished too.
They will be finished too.
So they'll be.
So
we'll be looking at Mr. Kumi is not taking over the country.
The picture.
The same perception people have the unity party.
Back then. No. Come in. The political dynamic in the country changed. Our people now understand the terrain. Nobody thought that we are going to go for a second time, right? So I can listen to some people who went for 12 years, 40 years, that you own. One Makuma not get food to her on time. No electricity. She go to JFK, no hospital. My friend, you can't let your Makuma on economy. You're not listening to those jargon. The first thing you tell you, brother, I not get food to my home. My children are EA. So the Liberian people eyes are opening. So that thing, Baka come there, they not perform. They'll be laid under the carpet.
You are formidable in 2009.
No,
maybe Mr. Costa will surface.
Maybe
Mr. Costa will surface. Why are you pushing him to contest the presidency?
Anything can happen, my brother.
Anything can happen.
Let's go to the phone line, folks, to take some calls on 0778 685 699 0778 685 699 0880 561 644. We have the guys from the Council of Patriot this morning. Let's take our first caller here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, and good morning to your studio guests.
Yes, sir.
So, I'm Prince Elkula. I joined you from District 4, Mosovalo County. I really love your studio guests. All those people are dramatic. If I say dramatic, what do I mean? Like the one who said he supported Oya based on political interest. For me, I would say he knew fully well that we are never did anything tangible, and then vote let's say supporting him based on political interest and also personal interest. These are people that wanted to see a Liberia to go.
Okay, who you supported?
For me, I supported the United Party, but
but you supported Bwaka. I come in and listen now. No. Once you supported
the United Party.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. You supported. You say you are a CDC, but you supported United Party. Why?
The reason I supported the United Party because the way in which our country was going, the way in which government officials were looting our country cover, the way in which things was getting high in the country.
But since Bogart came to power, have there been any changes that you are seeing now as a sedition?
Since the government has the power, it has not even let's say 7 months, and we are seeing
have there been any changes? That's my question.
We are seeing changes. We are seeing changes.
Thank you so much. Let's take another person from this. Good morning, welcome.
Morning.
Yes, sir. Your name, where joining us from?
My name is Agoro, and I call from Costa.
Wow, Gorobien, welcome, my brother.
Thank you very much. On the issue of Costa, you know, we made Costa hero in this town, but he brought himself down to zero. In a sense that you cannot destroy somebody with the tooth in 5 years time. Then you want to elevate them with last within 1 month. I'm saying this to say that Costa ran campaign against the CDC for 5 good years. He brought it more than he even about the June 7 protest.
This Gorobien was once a staunch supporter of Mr. Henry Costa. One way or the other, probably there was some disagreement. That's why you are coming in this.
Yeah, so I still love the guy. I still love Costa. Costa is my man. But the way he proceeded, to me, what he should have done was to remain neutral.
Okay. The men are politicians. The men are politicians. How you remain neutral?
The entire election.
All right. Thank you so much, Wagorobien. Let's take another person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name, where joining us from?
Yeah, Jala calling for real life.
Welcome, Jala.
Yeah, let me comment on you guys.
Jala, just don't want the radio in the background, Jala. We're getting feedback. Okay, go ahead now. You're live.
Yeah, let me appreciate your studio guests for pushing some of the issues. To question to your studio guests from the COP specifically for camp there. Are you saying that the Costa sabotage?
Oh, sorry, Jala. You can call back on 0778 665 699. That's the number. Let's take another person here quickly. Good morning. Where am I joining us from?
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, you are speaking with Patrick Fuma from Jacobstown.
Patrick, welcome, my brother. You are live with us this morning.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let me say hi to your studio guys this morning. And let me say thanks for your discussion. But I'm somehow disappointed into that discussion that some of the questions we are asking them and they are not responding. That is why the other guy, why he's not doing the job we are, and they don't explain why. But he try to beat around the bush.
Because of political interest.
Okay. When it comes to Costa, I've been someone that we follow as a political giant in Liberia. To be frank, Costa discussed the issue lengthily. In one person that I knew from the length of time that I have seen when it comes to politics. But because of some greed and interest from some people that wanted him to exceed a certain level, for him himself did not understand the political arena. Right. If Costa was just sit and say he want to become senator, the time he put that bill that he want to become senator, Costa was going to win such as clear. But because people fool him, and then he wanted to become vice president, I won't break Costa down.
Okay, thank you so much. That was our break Costa down. Let's take this person here. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Kabara, and good morning to your listeners.
Yeah, welcome. Your name, sir?
I'm Chairman Momodu Krego Johnson, the chairman for the COP for JMB and JKK, the original COP.
Yeah, but no. You are live on the radio now. The youth chair of the original COP is saying that he don't know any institution called COP for JKK and JMB or the third TNBIA. Where are you coming from with such an institution again?
Mr. Kabara, is baffles being your thought have that validate many of the ESA RC comments say because.
Hello. Oh, Momo. Oh man, they don't harmonize your credit, my man. Let's take this person. Good morning, welcome.
Thank you. Let me appreciate you for this platform.
Mm.
My name is Aman Koosborn Debe, and I joined the conversation for electoral marketing.
Aman, welcome, man. Long time.
Thank you. We are around. I mean, we are on sabbatical, but again, when it comes to Costa, it is imperative that we call and register some position.
Okay, welcome. Go ahead, make a point, brother.
Thank you. So, of Costa, you know, Costa is a decent character. For me, I have had personal experience with Costa. In fact, Costa remains the only talk show host that people used to be in line just to see him and explain their personal problem. It will interest you to know that Costa will always, consider their personal problem to be his problem and make intervention.
No. My brother, you once went against the same person, the same character. Listen. I come in now. Let me learn. You once went against this character that you are talking about because he wasn't supporting the CDC that you were supporting and that you were working with by that time. But because he somersaulted and started supporting the CDC, so now you are saying all of the nicest thing about this man again.
Walker,
yeah.
To be frank with you, brother, I have never done what you just accused me of. Even if Costa and myself have some ideological differences, the best thing is to support myself and respect him as he go along supporting himself. But to on national radio disagree with Costa, I have never, and I challenge anybody to play a recording wherein I even criticize Costa one day. No. When it is about Costa, when people are criticizing negatively, if I believe what they are saying are true, the best I can do is to remain silent.
Okay. Thank you so much, Amma, for calling in. We will take 2 calls, then we'll cross over because we have the guys from the Movement for Economic Empowerment. They will be here this morning. There's some noise in their political party. We'll be talking about that. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Boaka.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Thank you. And this is good morning to Librarians following the broadcast. My name is Woodham. I joined this on this video again. Thank you. I listened to the comment in studio, and the comment just validated or shot himself into his own legs. The comment said to you consistently that Liberian politics is based on propaganda. So I think it is the same propaganda or the same propaganda theory that he carry on in studio. You cannot say that the Unity Partisan or Unity Party officials who work in government should be in one of the position, but you take Koji as a decent man who then mayor as a UVGS.
You respond.
Democratic cabinet at the time, and even a Senate as the Secretary General in the same mayorship, he didn't criticizing. Jangaku was the Secretary General as the State Controller General for the government. You did not condemn that or criticize that at the time. Now you come in now, you say you want to criticize, and there's a Costa who you want to defend. Do you know how many times Boaka have forgave Costa? Now, tell us something. Boaka is living there, right? In the second round, he apologized. Boaka forgave him. They work together. After the second round,
Boaka need to last forgiving at least, so they can start working together.
I will give the community candle just to tell you how this president is, very good, right? In the second round, Boaka was defeated. Costa went back to the CDC and negotiated with the CDC. We will support you. Whatever agreement that they came up to, CDC did not give him it. We got angry to the CDC. He came back to Boaka again, beg Boaka. That was the second beg.
So he's politically flip-flopping from one place to another.
One place to another. That's the character of this man.
All right, thank you so much. Let's take Momo. Momo is back on the line. Momo, good morning. Welcome.
Call me Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman.
First of all, Mr. Kamara, you have been a very independent guy, and we have respect for you. So I want you to be to play the moral part of the brother role.
That's the role I'm playing, my brother.
Yeah, it was very much disrespectful to me when you said the original COP, and I does not consider those guys from the Costa side of people. You know, we are the original.
Where you're part of the COP originated from?
Thank you. We are original because we have our business document with register.
Were you once part of the Costas COP? Were you a member?
Yes, I was not just a bad boy like the other guys.
Yes,
now,
so
but
you got disenchanted. Okay, so when you got disenchanted, that's how come No. I come. You will make a point. I'll give you the time. No, listen to me.
My credit expired.
No, listen to me. Okay. Let me just ask you this question, then you go ahead. So, when you got disenchanted and you left Costa and his COP, that's the time you established yours, right?
I'm sorry. Sir?
When you left the Costa's COP and became disenchanted, that's the time you went and established yours.
Yeah, you get that right.
Okay.
For the public, I agree to that.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Get that right. Yes. So the reason why they are not original and they always continue to fall in deception is that they have never and they will never register by the Liberian government. But we did that. We have all our paperwork. We also decentralized that in all of the countries, including the United States of America, to be specific. Now, to the issue. Look, Mr. Kosa will always be a good man at times. And Mr. Kosa is a good man. Because if I will come on the public radio and say, Mr. Kosa is not a good man, trust me, I'll be punished and I'll be sent to hell. Mr. Kosa is a good man. But some of those, so in a circumference, those who surround Mr. Kosa, like my junior brother who is still purporting to be a real youth chairman. Look, let me tell you something. A real leader will always be a unifier. Mr. Kamara, we felt disenchanted because the way Mr. Kosa preached the message of Joseph Iman Burger and later on capitulated in no time to support the regime that brought this country to a knee, that is George Weah. Some of us, we got irritated and we left. Today, I don't remember if even we are dropped there. I remember that we remain with the conscience, we remain with the people that put these people themselves. Okay, so today, I come Mr. Kamara.
No. Today, listen, Momo. You left because Costa never supported your political party that you were supporting. Even if Costa was going to support the Unity Party, you're going to be with Costa. That for sure, right? That's why I got him mad. And
you're 100%. You're 100% correct because you will not tell me. Mr. Weah was there. Mr. Weah was bad, and we all saw it. Even the devil in Jahannam. Mr. Weah was later on in the time minute you wanted us to join you, we said no.
Okay, Momo, listen. Yusuf want to ask you a question.
Momo, he cannot ask me. Let me conclude.
No, let you.
Because because you're not unifier.
Then why you call the show for that? You always fight for we. The Boko are not fighting.
At the end of the day,
this is a democratic space.
Even on a birthday, I posted on a common birthday. He never even. Let me tell you, when a leader will be a leader, you will know that he is a leader. He's not a leader.
No.
So it is sad to use your platform to bring somebody who is the messenger to come on.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Momo. We'll have a time for this conversation with you. Let's take our last call. Then we'll cross over to the guys here in studio. Good morning. Welcome. Good morning. We missed another call. Okay, let's take this person quickly. Good morning.
Good morning, Bogdan.
Yes, sir. Your name is joining us from?
Yeah, David Jara from Raleigh.
Welcome, David.
Welcome to the comrade studios, specifically from the COP. Yeah, let me appreciate them for flagging down the issues, specifically when it comes to the development of our country. But I want to ask the studio guest from the COP, specifically when he said Costa, the supporter, the Unity Party is on political will. Can't. But what I cannot be convinced is you bound our government for nearly 6 years, and it was glaring, and we saw it. But in the course of 1 week, I thought where after the first round, it was doing the runoff, was that particular time that in the tune of our that Costa told us that we are followers of him. Told us that he is supporting Josh Malawia. And we did not got clarity on what basis you bound more of government for nearly 6 years. Then, in a 1 week period for the runoff, you just came and telling us that indeed you want to support the CC-led government. So I'll actually need clarity on that. And the reason is that some of us, we believe in Costa for a very long period of time because he was flagging issues that were glaring, that we, the young people of this country, were seeing them. But it was just unfortunate and somehow frustrating that in the tune of our Costa, we've been integrated outcome that some of us believe in. And then just come here in the tune of telling us that indeed we should vote for Josh Malawia. We are convincing us. So we want to tell the youth wing from the camp of Costa that want to appreciate them. And we also want to tell them that when you are a leader, people believe in you. Someone you are making decisions, you should be rational in the decision.
Okay.
Because the decision will be a better about it.
All right. Thank you.
So thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother, for calling in. Yusuf, you listen to the callers. You listen to everybody making a point this morning on the show.
Yes. I want to say thank you to everyone. I think this is very, very important for our country, wherein people must be given the opportunity in the democratic space to express themselves on issues. I'll respond to some of the callers and to the issue of Costa. I believe in the coming days, Costa will come. Costa gets some. Costa has some waka. Costa gets some. How you call this? Regret. But I believe he claw with that responsibility. You come to the public one day and make a position. We can stay.
So he regretting not supporting Baka for Baka winning.
I said he gets some regret. No. I'm not here whether that for Baka winning. No.
But so that he can regret, right?
No, I say he gets some regrets.
Okay.
It's not about what a Baka win. He gets some regrets.
Why you think he's regretting?
I'm not clear with that responsibility to say now. But I believe.
But you know that he regretting that Baka won and
not about Baka winning business. No, he wants to get the only Baka win. It's not about Baka winning. Because I get some regret politically. But I believe in the coming days he will come to address that.
And one of such from us from I come from you're not telling me what to say. Let's forget that you're not able to say. And from my understanding, I think he regretting not supporting Bouaka and Bouaka winning.
No, I will tell you no. Wallahi, I will tell you no.
He happy that Bouaka won and he never supported Bouaka.
Yeah, yes. Wallahi.
And so you think if this man was given a position in this government, he will accept?
Oh, Pedro. Bouaka, you know
they're about Liberian now. So I don't know. If he's given a position, I think he should accept and work along.
I don't think we can speak to that. If Costa is given a position today, it's level to accept it. Let the public see. If not,
but if you were
but we can't say yes.
But if you were asked personally, do you think he should accept or not?
I think he should accept.
He should accept. Yusuf, if you were asked,
no, if I were asked, Bouaka, like I said to you, and I will say in the studio, Costa is with that responsibility on what
I'm asking you personally as a friend now, as a brother. If you were asked today if Mr. Costa is given a job, he should accept or not? He shouldn't accept. Okay, you see the democracy. You say he shouldn't accept. Your police say he should accept.
You know why? From time to time, we have been around Costa and you've been working along with the Unity Party folks. We know the way they may have been treated.
You've been respected.
Yes. Even when Costa said openly on the platform that the Unity Party, before that VPP denying of their compound, that we the one in our yard that day. But some of the things the popular don't believe it, like I said, they get a new relationship, Bouaka. So they are first in the Unity Party, they see Costa as their competitor. They see, even though some of them don't know how to convince even two people to vote for Bouaka, they just sit down there, they say they get all the ideas. But see Costa as anti. When Costa, every time Costa around that atmosphere, they feel insecure in the Unity Party. So I will not believe that Costa go around. Even if you go one day, you just say the zero that ball.
No, man. The people there, the people protecting.
People what?
The people protecting.
In the midst of all the political whole, you know about VPP me back. Like but I said to you, in the coming day, the day Costa decide to come out, in the conversation. he will say wide range of issue that day to the people.
I'll ask. Okay, go ahead.
He will say wide range of things that day to the people. So to some of the caller, you know, Momo have called and said on his birthday, I did not put in raise your concern. You know, Momo, I used to respect him, even though he was doing a politics on the social media. If he listening, one of the reasons I don't bother calling him or even talking to him was during the elections. Momo, when I find him, that's where I brought my late mother effect to the public.
Wow.
Yes. My late mother who have died. Momo brought that thing to the public. People in the diaspora, the chairman did, the chairman died. I can't go in depth because this is my personal matter.
Okay.
It broke me down. I said, Momo is a Muslim. Why would you going to tell you that they usually die about my mother? So I say, no, this guy is a dangerous guy. But I know something personal about him. They may cause that interview one day, even though you were attacking me, blah, blah. And they will come out to say one day. Like I said to you, Baka, the political space we in today as young people, we must be given the opportunity to speak or civilly and disagree civilly with each other.
Okay.
Let somebody say, because that when suppose draw we are on interest on this. I mean politics that interest. If it was Jesus or Benin, if it was religion, Baka will not go in bed with you. Like meeting with Prince Johnson. The mass murderer in chief in Liberia is another Prince Johnson.
Okay, finally, because we will have a guest.
He had a conversation with him. So, like I said, so then one of the brothers let me respond to that. But Koji, I didn't say Koji didn't have some flip-flop along the line. But I said, good man, us politics. Politically, the issue we get with him, we get it with him. But us politics is a good man.
Okay.
So,
us politics.
I want to say, Danfolo coming, but I want to say thank you to all of our listeners out there, and I want to say a very big thank you to you.
We'll keep engaging you.
Yeah,
we need to put the COP back to the spotlight.
Yeah.
So just know that you'll be here often.
Certainly, and I want to say thank you for this beautiful studio. This is my first time, and the air conditioning in there is so cold. I don't want to leave. If the whole country will be like that,
thank you so much. Let's wrap up from the end.
So I want to say thank you this morning for having us in the studio. Thank you to our many listeners. Thank you to Liberian people for trusting us with the opportunity to come here this morning to speak our mind. I want to say this to our listeners out there and to you, Amara. This is about Liberia. And until our people that we give the matter of leadership to govern this country, until they can get up from that green atmosphere, where they will say this is party time, this is Liberia.
Right.
Let's forget propaganda and do the people job.
Okay, thanks so much, folks, for coming this morning. Let's take a commercial break. We'll come back into the movement for economic empowerment move and the north surrounding that political party. Let's take the commercial break and be right back.
Tax payment is a national duty.
When we all contribute, we become entitled to development. We are authors of our destiny.
Tax payment is a commitment we make towards the future of the unborn generation.
When we pay taxes, we hold our leaders accountable.
Be a part of change. Be a part of transformation.
Pay tax. We all enjoy.
Tax payment is a national duty.
When we all contribute, we become entitled to development.
We are the authors of our destiny.
Tax payment is a commitment we make towards the future of the unborn generation.
When we pay taxes, we hold our leaders accountable.
Be a part of change. Be a part of transformation.
Pay tax. We all enjoy.
Okay, pay tax. We all enjoy, and you have to pay tax so the government can develop a lot of things. So we can develop our rules, our country, and whatsoever that you want to be developed, the government will develop it for you. So just go ahead and pay your tax so we all can enjoy. We have with us this morning Mr. Jeremiah Pay. Mr. P is here with us. He's from the MOVE, that's the Movement for Economic Empowerment, MOVE, and they are in battle political leader He will be talking about that this morning on the Punch Breakfast Show. So, like I said, it's going to be a fascinating discussion. We sorry for bringing him a little late. I thought he wasn't here, but then yeah, I kept a lot of men. But let me say, Jeremiah, sorry for a little late. Welcome and welcome to the Punch Breakfast Show this morning. Good morning.
Thank you very much. I'm starting very much delighted to have my maiden appearance here, and not any better time than to come and discuss issues surrounding my beloved party, the Insurmountable Movement for Economic Empowerment.
How is the movement going now?
Well, I think you are a journalist. You're following the issues since the 2023 elections, and with the ushering of the new government, President Joseph Boakai, the party has been moving steadily with the intent of restructuring its organizational leadership or governance team, so as to be able to position itself as a foremost opposition political party. So, upon the inauguration of the new government, the National Executive Committee of the party, which had a National Executive Committee sitting right after the elections, that didn't take place because the former chairman, Mr. Robert Sami, and the former National Secretary General, who honor our Constitution, has a right to convene National Executive Committee, they negligently ignored that provision. Then they were focused on getting themselves placed in government so as to project their own personal interest and agenda with no due consideration to the thousands of partisans across the country who stood with the party in its support for the re-election of former President George Manuel Weah and the CDC government. So because of the action by the former chairman, Mr. Sami, and the former National Secretary General not to convene a National Executive Committee on May 5, after a few months, conscious manner, members of the National Executive Committee of our party thought it was to be able to convene a National Executive Committee meeting so as to consider or reflect on the elections and chart a new course of action for the party.
Okay.
So when we got on May 5, 2024, with the presence of 26 members of the National Executive Committee, we made several decisions, among which we effected changes in the leadership of the party.
Okay.
Since the former chairman has taken on a job as Liberia's deputy head of delegation to the embassy in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, National Secretary, former National Secretary John Mr. Uniton Wadsworth, have also taken similar foreign service position at the Liberia's mission in Accra, Ghana. The acting national chairman at the time is Matthew K. Shan, and myself, who then was the acting national secretary general, given that I was the national deputy secretary general. So in the absence of the national secretary general, the national deputy secretary general will obviously act per the Constitution as the acting secretary general. So indeed, I was acting as national secretary general, and then Mr. Matthew Shan was acting as acting national chairman, since the two officials were out of the country. And based on the Constitution of our party, clearly stipulating that whenever an official of the party is incapacitated, among many other reasons, including death, resignation, impeachment, and the rest, the probable deputy to that official automatically assumes all of the functions of that official who has indeed proven incapacitated or has resigned or has been impeached. So in that case instant, Mr. Robert Sami was the former chairman, based on his role as Liberia's deputy head of delegation to Liberia's embassy in Ethiopia, and that of the former Secretary General, his role too, as first secretary at the mission in Accra, Ghana. It ran out, those positions, those services ran out then incapacitated. So per the constitution, in 90 days, the National Executive Committee can meet and take a decision for the principal deputy to assume the functions not more than 6 months, wherein there can be a national emergency convention to either retain the individual or elect a successor to the individuals. So based on that, the National Executive Committee move met on May 5 and evoke a particular constitutional provision in endorsing Mr. K. Matthew Shan, who at the time was the National Vice Chair for administration, now become the acting national chairman of the party. And then was also endorsed by the National Executive Committee to as Secretary General of the party.
Yeah, I allow you to learn all of these things because the issue about your party head, the standard bearer of the party, in person of Mr. Maxwell Kimmeya, was it a vote of no confidence? You guys came up with a statement that he misappropriated some funds belonging to the political party as tend to be corrected. Why is this noise about the head of the institution?
So thank you. There's a core of the discussion here. After the National Executive Committee took the decisions on May 5 that I just earlier explained, the political leader the former political leader, let me say former because he's no longer. He no longer.
But they came out with a statement yesterday,
that's
days ago, that's reinstating him. I don't know if that is fashion of the political discourse here.
So, Bwaka, I want us to premise the conversation relating to the current status of Mr. Kimmeya, who is a former political leader of MOO, on this constitutional provision. I have in my hand the 2016 bylaws and constitution of MOO, which is before the National Elections Commission. Article 18, Section 1. Just read this. Article 16, Section 1A. I want you to read that particular provision because I will lay the premise of my argument on that provision.
Resignation of officer in the case of resignation, incapacity, impeachment, and or death of any of the elected officers. The principal deputy assistant shall act for a period not more than 90 days, within which the National Executive Committee reserve the right to retain him or her as successor. Otherwise, elect a new successor whom shall serve as acting until an emergency national convention of the party can be held within a period of not more than 6 months, inclusive of affirmation 90 days to elect a replacement.
So I just explained that earlier on, right? It spoke to that. I mean, that provision is speaking to what I just stated about the incapacitation of an elected officer where the principal deputy had to take over. So based on that provision, the National Executive Committee acted on May 5. After we acted, the former political leader, Mr. Kimmeya, who was never mentioned in that resolution that in which we took those decisions, decided to politically manipulate or challenge the decision of the National Executive Committee by convening a parallel, quote-unquote, purported, illegal, and unconstitutional National Executive Committee meeting. And that meeting he called on May 18 was presided over by the party's Nima Kante chairperson, in person of Mr. Prince Mann. It is that fellow who has been reading series of press conferences at the party headquarters, stating that we are expelled. In fact, Kimmeya is still a political leader.
What's his position? What's his Mr. Prince Mann position now?
Mr. Prince Mann is the chairperson for MOO for Nima Kante. That is his position. So, like I said, after the National Executive Committee took that decision, Mr. Kimmeya called on the Nima Kante chair to make citation to members of the National Executive Committee to counter the National Executive Committee without the consent of the constitutionally recognized national chairman and the constitutionally recognized national secretary general. So, Mr. K. Matthew Shan and myself, who the Constitution gave all the function to convene, send us citation, and preside over all National Executive Committee of the party, we were never consulted, were never part of the conversation surrounding holding a National Executive Committee meeting. So Mr. Kimaya handpicked the county chairperson of NIMA, Mr. Premier, to convene a National Executive Committee meeting on May 18 in the name of a National Executive Committee of the party. But that gathering does not represent the party National Executive Committee, because the fact is that it violates several provisions within our constitution. Mind you, MOVE is a national political party that is governed by laws. We have bylaws and constitution that is filed and is currently before the National Elections Commission. So all of our actions as a political party must be in compliance with what our bylaws and constitution provides. So the constitution cannot provide that the national chairman, the national secretary general is the one who should run the day affairs of the party, including convening meetings, operating the party, and taking other decisions. And then you go on the side and go take one county chair to come preside or to call and preside over a National Executive Committee. So the first thing here is that gallery was just a full gather. It was an illegal gallery.
They came up with a statement too, denigrating you guys, saying that you guys are just mad official, members of the party, and coming up with a statement that the head of the institution should the financial misappropriation of funds for the party. It's just something that you guys are running with. It's fake. It's a news that you guys just want to gain favor from the public.
So Baka, you are a journalist. I want also consider the core issues.
Yeah.
According to you, the guy say we are mere members. So that established few important points.
Okay.
One, can you refer to the national chairman of the political party as a mere member? Can you refer to the national secretary general of the political party as a mere member? No. We are recognized, elected officials of the party. I was elected as National Deputy Secretary General. Mr. K. Mavishan was elected as National Vice Administration. How
long have you
now resumed that position on National Chairman?
How long have you guys served?
So how can we be mere members?
How long have you guys served?
The individuals who are very much already important at the headquarters of our party in the name of issuing press conferences after every 1 week, are just group of people who do not have the legitimacy. They don't have the numbers. They don't have the legal backing, constitutional backing to do what they are doing. We are the ones who have the constitution of our side and the numbers of the National Executive Committee on our side. Because all of the gathering have never witnessed the presence of at least 10 National Executive Committee members. All of the gathering, and I've said that to you.
So it means that you guys have the power.
We have two things on our side. In politics, there are two things you fight for. You fight for having the law on your side, and you fight for the numbers.
Yeah, but you don't have the money. You don't have the money. You don't have the money. The head of the institution, the one that have money, and he's been financing the political party. So you're not coming with, you're not being financially strong. Don't you think it will hinder?
The issue of making decisions should not be on the basis of financial influence. It should be on the basis of being conscientious and sincere and honest about the process. And that is why we bring on board. And I want to use this occasion to commend the over 24 National Executive Committee members of our party who continue to stand with us in protection of our party's constitution. What Mr. Kimaya has is not money.
Okay.
Mr. Kimaya has not been financing the party by himself. We know what has been happening.
What happened? What been happening?
Mr. Kimaya has used the party as his personal fund, as a personal mechanism of vehicle, through which he gets money from the ruling establishment. All the money that Mr. Kimaya has been spending on MOVE are peanuts as compared to what you have been receiving from the from the CDC. It was interesting to know that we supported the re-election of President former President Weah in 2023, and as a party that collaborated with the CDC, we are giving money. But Mr. Kimaya single-handedly,
how much we are giving?
He single-handedly represented this party, and because he's a man who is dictatorial, he's a man who doesn't believe in disagreement. He doesn't welcome disagreement. That's what made him not to be a leader All he believes is that he should be the only arrow heir. People should follow him. Whatever he says should be law and gospel. Nobody should disagree. So he has been running the activities of the party, single-handedly representing the interests of the party to the citizens.
Yeah, but Jeremiah,
whatever the citizens are supposed to get moved. He has been single-handedly.
Yeah, but Jeremiah,
and then throwing down peanuts.
Jeremiah,
so
this been happening.
He is not doing anything by himself personally to say he's the only man spending money on the party.
Yeah,
No.
Jeremiah, this been happening for quite a long time now. Why now? Why are you guys coming up now? That's my question. Yeah. You guys are, it been happening and you accepted it over the past 6 years. I don't know where administration accepted it, but why now?
No, Bwaka, there have been series of transition where he moved.
Okay.
It's not just one. As a political party, at a certain point in time, it is important to let go some issues so that the party can be a little bit stable, peaceful, united, and forge ahead. Take some time to handle the disagreement in-house. Take some time to handle the issue at hand and see how you can resolve them. Whenever there can be no resolution to the issues, then what you do is now you take decisive actions. So over time, it should not be about why now. It should be whether we are doing the right thing or not. And I'm quite sure that we are doing the right thing. And I'm saying this because all of our actions are consistent with the bylaws and constitution of the party.
Okay.
So, like I said, Mr. Kimaya is in the business of single-handedly using the party as a vehicle to quarantine resources for himself, and you can't splinter. He trailed down peanuts. And then people believe that Mr. Kimaya is financing the party. He's giving the party money, so he should be the law and gospel. No. So those are who are conscious men, who are read between the lines, who are research and follow as to how Mr. Kimaya has been using this party to enrich himself. We have come that enough is enough. It's time for us to redeem this party so as to go back to the intent, the purpose and mission for which the party was funded. The parties were funded as an alternative political institution that will provide national leadership for our people, effectively focusing on the provision of economic empowerment. Because all of us are aware politically, the country is polarized. During the days of the struggle of the progressive, where they fought for political diversity and multi-party democracy. Today we are witnessing the result of that struggle. What is left in Liberia is economic empowerment. And it's on that basis that we, as group of Liberians, study why to come together to form move so as to fight as seriously in attracting the citizens toward this party so that we can work around ways through which we can take national leadership to provide economic relief, economic emancipation to our people. But it seems that people have decided to digress from the real intent of the formation of the party. Individuals, like Mr. Kimaya, have digressed. They are diverted from the party's original intent and have taken the party over time as a mutual wish or mechanism through which they can be able to enrich themselves. And we are saying, no, that is the time for the arrest the situation to go back to the real intent and purpose for which move of funding.
Okay, so
now we are here.
Jeremiah, before my colleague come here, I have 2 questions for you. I want to know how much the amount that Mr. Kimaya misappropriated that you guys are coming up with for such a press statement on him, and what you think is the way forward for Move Now.
So, Waka, I don't want to be specific in terms of
let's talk about any huge amount
application of funds. I don't have exact money to tell you this amount and whatever. But what I'm saying to you, Mr. Kimaya, over time has used this party to get money and then at the detriment of the party. I will give examples. One, when we supported the CDC in 2017 in the second round of the elections, after our then standard bearer, Mr. Dr. Joe Jones, participated in the 2020 elections as our president Kennedy, and the party did not perform well. We, in the second round, decided to support the CDC, and we supported the CDC. We entered into a collaboration. Based on that, Mr. Kimaya benefited on the basis of the agreement, that political collaboration, and he became Deputy Minister for Administration and the Minister of Foreign Affairs. That was the first position he had. Now, because of no support, the CDC thought to get something back,
yeah,
to move, to strengthen the party as a collaborating political institution. So the first thing they did was they allocated 200,000 to my water clinic. Go right here.
My water clinic.
Yeah, right at Police Academy Junction. Go there and see the structure that is there. The governor of Liberia, they made an allocation of 200,000.
Who owns my water clinic?
Mr. Kimaya. And we got to realize that the allocation of 200,000 in the budget in 2018 at the time was a mutual we move the CDC wanted to get something back to move. And so Mr. Kimaya, who owns my water clinic, that 200,000 was transferred to a clinic so that the party could have some benefit. They were interested to know that over 200,000 were allocated to my water clinic. Mr. Kimaya only remitted a mere 13,000 to the party. That's the kind of money people boasting that Mr. Kimaya financing the party.
Let me understand something. The money, like you said, that was allotted for the clinic was the money that he used for the party. I'm not understanding something.
Saying that you are a journalist.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So go do some fact-finding research. If you invest 200,000 in that structure that at Police Academy Junction that is called Mangwata Clinic, when you go there, you will never believe that 200,000 were invested here.
Sure.
Because
I have seen the clinic.
That clinic is still the same. In fact, it's one of the most dilapidated clinics around here. So if you can tell us that 200,000 allotted to that clinic, and it's still there, then you don't need to be asking the questions as to where did the 200,000 go. So I'm saying to you, we got to find out as a party that money unfair to the clinic to that move to benefit. But Mr. Kimaya took it, and then only a peanut of that money was remitted to the party. So these are some of the things. But the core issue here is, Baka, I gave you the constitution. Just go follow down on a standard bearer. On a standard bearer, just start from section 1. Just read the portion, section 1. Just read that provision. I will speak to the political leader of Kimaya.
Tenure? Is it about the tenure?
Tenure.
Is it tenure of the standard bearer of the movement for economic empowerment move shall be as follow. The standard bearer upon his or her election at a national convention of the party shall serve as the standard bearer and political leader of the movement for economic empowerment move only for the given national general and presidential election for which he or she stood as a presidential candidate of the party if and only if the party he or she does not win the national presidency / position of the president of the Republic of Liberia. So it means that when you contest on the party ticket and you now win as president of the political party,
then your
tenure finish.
Ends. If you go follow that, you read it to the end. Talk about ceasing the cessation of the political leader tenure.
Okay.
Tenure to the back.
You
not completed that.
Yeah. It's a simply if.
Yeah.
Simply put, if the standard bearer who only in his or her own capacity as a standard bearer automatically becomes the political leader of the movement for economic empowerment move does not win / lose a presidential election for which he or she stood as a presidential candidate of the movement for economic empowerment in a given national general and presidential election, such standard bearership and political leadership immediately cease to exist.
So it's here.
Immediately cease to exist.
So it's clearly established.
Okay.
In that provision that.
So Master came out and finished.
He finished. So that's our argument.
Okay.
It's not much about misapplication of funds or the rest. Our point is constitutional. We just decided to activate that particular constitutional provision that is clearly spelling out that the political leadership tenure of anyone who is the political leader of move ceases to exist whenever the newly elected president is inaugurated. So even as of January 22nd, 2024, Mr. Kimaya in effect was no longer political leader of move.
So I was saying,
so all the thing he's passing around doing is still political leader, people having press conferences. They just because, like you said, there is no notion that he has some money. So that money he has, He's using it, he's splashing it around, giving it to few individuals who are not national executive committee of our party, gathering there every weekend at the party headquarters to issue one press statement. He get them money, they living in hotel, then they come to the party headquarters one evening, they call the journalist, then they have press conference. That Mr. Kimaya is a political leader. No, but they don't have the law on their side. All what they have been doing at Moose headquarters is just a mere bluff. But let me say this to you. Yeah. Even the place where they having all the press conferences, that ground is currently illegal.
Illegal in what sense?
Because of Mr. Kimaya's actions in trying to interfere into the daily workings of the party.
Yeah.
Like I said, after May 5, 2024 NDC's meeting, where we took the decision to remove all of the executive committee members of our party, including the former chairman, former secretary general, from their positions based on the constitution. Mr. Kimaya got angered and decided to what? Honor the executive committee decisions. So what did he do? He went on to hold parallel NEC meeting. And that meeting he held, he decided to take some that even he doesn't have the authority to do. So we took a complaint to the National Elections Commission. NEC is the body centrally established to regulate the actions and conduct or operations of political parties. So we complained to the National Elections Commission. The National Elections Commission invited us, the both parties, to a meeting. The director of political affairs.
That was my next question, because I understand that you guys went to
they went to the NEC. The director of political affairs, Mr. Ignatius Wisse, invited the two parties to a meeting. The intent was for you to clearly hear what the complaint is. So when Mr. Kimaya was represented there and we were represented there. So in that meeting, the political affairs director make it clear that the National Elections Commission does not recognize or they do not do business with political leader. They do business with national chairman and national secretary general. That was the first thing Mr. Kimaya was told.
And who's the national chairman?
The national chairman currently is Mr. K. Matthew Shan, who at the time was the vice chair of administration. But based on the constitution and the incapacitation of Mr. Sami, Mr. Shan has taken over based on the resolution of the National Executive Committee. And we're recognized by NEC in our meeting. Mr. Shan was recognized as chairman or recognized as secretary general in front of Mr. Kimaya. And then the NEC official, Dr. Wisse, said, there are two ways we can solve the complaint. The first way is we can go to my office and we'll have a meeting, and I will give my opinion, which represents the National Elections Commission, on the issues, and we can resolve it right in-house. If all of you will listen to me. Or it surrounds legality, because you people are complaining that Mr. Kimaya is a political leader who do not have the authority to do certain things that belongs to the chairman and secretary general. So that means that if we can resolve it, then we can go to the hearing. We can take the legal action. So for us, who are the complainant, we said we didn't want meeting. We didn't want resolution. We wanted us to go to the hearing. So Mr. Kimaya insisted that for he wanted us to resolve. And we said no. Because we know we have the law on our side, we have the numbers on our side. We then make and not continue to masquerade as leader of our party when he's not respecting the constitution. All we want for him is to respect the constitution. The constitution says the constitution says your time finished as political leader. Why you didn't leave the party and see whether we'll bring you back or not? And allow the leadership, the chairman, the secretary general, to run the day-to-day affairs of the party. So there we are. But let me say this. Mr. Kimaya has embarked on a vicious campaign to staple or undermine our struggle to redeem MOVE. But we can say this, that we will remain unrelenting and uncompromising. We'll fight to ensure that MOVE is redeemed. He has decided to start paying journalists. He paying media institutions not to carry our stories. Not to even
carry our story.
Punch is one of those stations that will not give into those kind of influences. So the fact that even here that you're giving me the space to speak on the issues and suggest that Mr. Kimaya does not have that ability to influence the media, we can assure him for that. But what is really making Mr. Kimaya vex in this fight for we doesn't want to recognize the constitution is because on the day we took the decision to remove Mr. Sami and Mr. Wadsworth, the National Executive Committee of the party thought that the party was quiet, or it has been quiet since the 2023 election. So we needed to speak. Let me just learn quickly. So we needed to speak to some national issues. And at the time we had our NDC sitting, Mr. Bwaka had just went 100 days in his presidency. So the party thought to speak, gave its position on the 100-day deliverables of the Unity Party-led government under President Bwaka. And in our statement, we clearly spell out that MOVE as an opposition party recognizes and welcomes the performance of the United Party-led government in 100 days. And we recognize that because we graded the government. Our lens we use to grade the government on the basis of the policies, the actions that the government has embarked on. Those foundational policies the government has embarked on in its 100 days. Waka, you can't judge a new baby that just got born. You can't judge the strength of that baby because the baby not walking. Do you expect a baby that was just born to just get up and start walking? The baby had to crawl, and there will be signs. So what we thought was that the government just cannot be judged now on the basis that the electricity is not stable, that water is not available. That all our roads are not well. You can't judge the government on that. That all our education system are better. All the health system is in a dilapidated state. No, you can't judge the government on that. In 100 days, what you judge the government on is the policy, the platforms, and the actions that the government will embark on. So that's what we were looking at to grade the government. And what other issues we look at? One, we look at the issue of the restoration of justice. For the first time in the history of our country, one of the issues that have been underpinning the developmental command of our country is the issue of justice. Our people need justice. There can be no development without justice. So since 2008 to 2009, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission recommendation that has to do with the establishment of World Economic Crime Court has been ignored by past government. Former President Sali ignored that recommendation. President we are President Bwaka came to power in just 100 days. He has taken critical steps to ensure that World Economic Crime Court is established. That is something laudable that we hail in our position on the 100-day delivery of the government. Another thing we heard about the government was the issue of the implementation of the Code of Conduct of Public Officials. You must be aware that the Code of Conduct provides that public officials must be guided by certain conduct. And you cannot enforce or implement the Code of Conduct in the absence of the ombudsman. So the Code of Conduct has been particularly there over years because the past government are now exercising political will to establish the ombudsman. President Bwaka again established the ombudsman, which will lay the basis for the enforcement of the Code of Conduct to public officials. Another thing for the first time in the history of our country, our national budget. You can keep outlining as I've seen, has witnessed increment in the budget for business social services. This 2024 budget saw over 7 million additional budgetary allocation to Ministry of Health, additional 5 million to Ministry of Education. Today, the national legislature took a decision to allocate 30+ million for the of business social services across the 73 districts by allotting 100,000 that will see unprecedented community developments. So all of the things we saw as good policy and a good beginning for which we were able to welcome and hail the performance of the United Party government in 100 days. That is what really has angered Mr. Kimaya, for which he has embarked on violating our constitution. Because he said, because he believed that Mr. Former President George Weah had promised him that he will be a vice president candidate in 2029. So that's why you saw in a later press statement from the jokers at our party headquarters. We're not using that term on there. Okay, so let me ask you this question. I then received this question. It says here, they have falsified our signature, the signature of county chairperson, including Prince, Mayor, Josh, Coleman, and others. They are planning a lawsuit against Mr. Jeremiah P. Why he decided forging signatures without their consent. Did you forge anyone's signature? Why you say that? I would just say to you, the people who writing you that information are not knowledgeable or happiness in move. because the party has a precedent. Whenever we convene national committee, and we are not able to have all of our county chairpersons.
So you can sound
no.
How many persons constitute the NDC?
Let me just learn. Whenever we are unable to have all of our county chairpersons in time, what we do is that they will give us affirmation for us to have them endorse whatever decision that will be taken at the executive committee, national executive committee meeting. So in the case, all the individuals listed were consulted to any committee, they gave their notification that they would not come, but they were in line with whatever decisions were taken because they were consistent with the party constitution. Now, after we took the decision, these individuals were pursued. They were pursued by Mr. Kimaya.
Again,
and say, now our decision, now our senator the fortune. So we're not giving credence to that. They can go anywhere they want to go. If he say taking legal action, what would deter us? Because you have no standing. These are bunch of individuals who are financial influenced by Mr. Kimaya, and because of greed, the supreme main individual you are mentioning is the one who claiming now to be acting chairman of the party. So I know who getting the power. You can't let them take NDC member and you bring group of women and chairman, Zogos, doors for a run and just have one program and they stand behind you and you announce yourself as acting chairman. That all getting legitimacy. No, you are just wrong, my brother. You don't have the authority, you don't have the legitimacy. The legitimacy of the leader move is a Kim Mavishan as national chairman and Jamape and national secretary.
Okay, let's go to the phone lines, guys. So we are running out of time.
Provide clarity. Our national executive committee is composed of 39, but after we took the decision to remove 4 of our NDC members who are currently on mission, currently we have 35 national executive committee members. All the 35, there are 24 national executive committee members who are on the side of the constitution. So the constitution says, you need simple majority. So all of 35, you just need let's say 18 or 19. You just need 18 or 19 to take decision.
Because you're not helping Mr. Master Kimia.
But we have 124 passes. So we even need a transfer of almost 2/3 majority to take decision. Because the constitution is all our side.
Okay, let's go to Jeremiah. Let's go to the phone line. Jeremiah, let's go to the phone line. 0778 665 699 0778 665 699 or 0880 561 644 0880 561 644. Let's take our first caller here. Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm Prince El Kulai. I'm current district 4 Moseralo.
Welcome, my brother.
Thank you. And this is morning studio guest.
Good morning.
I don't know the into and the out of move, but the document I just read where it talks about right after election or right after the presidency elections, the stand-up bearer tenure expire. I think Kenya should see reason and give chance to all of us. Because as a political leader, you need to be a truth smaller. In where if you see any other issues that will default or that will create problem for your party, just step aside and then give the follow chance.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's take some more calls on 0778 665 699 0778 665 699 or 0880 561 644. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Yes, sir. Where are you joining us from?
Thank you very much. This is having the national chair for Mother Youth Movement for Economic Empowerment. Let me appreciate the Secretary General for the lengthy discussion. You know, the Secretary General Jeremiah, let me appreciate him very well. You know, former political leader Mother Kimia is an economic vampire. He has been sucking the blood of former President William for a long time, using our party as a corporate entity. And that's the reason why the guardian men and women of the party should talk this time around will not be used no longer. So Mother Kimia is a former political leader. So he's no longer declared the rest of the privilege that is separate of else. That after the election and the so-called inauguration of President Baka is no longer of President. And let me tell the people that are going around taking money from Mother Kimia in the name of the executive committee members. We are coming back. when we discuss any of those guys that they are not in a settlement, that fund a settlement, that means that you are impersonating. It's criminal.
Okay, thanks so much. Let's take 3 more calls on 0778 665 699 0778. Let's take this person here quickly. Good morning, welcome.
Yeah, good morning, brother.
Yes, sir. Your name, where join us from?
Brother, this is Fabien Do from FCC.
Welcome, Fabien.
Brother, let me say thank you to, as you know, these are people very looking for in Liberia. They got honors to their constitution.
I'm telling you.
The reading of the constitution. I don't know why leaders want to hold on to power. If the term finish, instead of solve problem, maybe the same people can bring you back. Or you try to hold the party, and I think the brothers, they are in the rest.
But Fabian, we shouldn't talk now because this is Jeremiah's side of the story. We hope to have we will this is tomorrow we'll have Mr. Prince Mayor. We'll send you an invitation. We'll send you an invitation. Right? So Mr. Prince Mayor, who's in question about some of these things, will be with us on tomorrow. We hope that he'll be with us on tomorrow.
I agree.
Thank you so much. We'll take 2 more calls on 0778 665 699 0778 665 699. Let's take another person here quickly. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning again, brother.
Yes, sir, welcome.
Thank you. There's a brother of Kwewu, William Covey. And I joined this conversation from this city headed by a creepy dictator. Thank you so much. You see, I listen to the comment you see there, I may appreciate the comment so much. And these are people who mean well country. Because the name Robert Sami is always in the center of something. Robert Sami man himself as president for the Motorcycle and Tricycle Union. Robert Sami embezzled the motorcycle people money here. In fact, that was the money that he used to educate himself to extend as power. Robert Sami was the first president in this country for LMTU, that Blue Motorcycle and Tricycle Union. He sold on a daily basis. He sold rather Adika on a daily basis. There is nothing Robert Sami can show in the motorcycle sector that this is what I did for the people or for the motorcycle, or there is a vocational institution that I even built for the commerce to empower themselves, to equip themselves, not to take Koroba as a perpetual thing or a lifetime career, but rather take it as a stepping stone to see it up. Robert Sami did not do that. And now he gone to national politics and carry this thing corrupt behavior there. Why would he say about chairman lying in another country you want to run the affair of move?
Okay.
All right. It's better for you to the position, let other people come to make the institution to be vibrant, to make it move forward.
All right, thank you so much. Let's take 1 more call because we are out of time already, Jeremiah. There's a great discussion, but we let's take this person here quickly. Good morning, welcome.
Yeah. Good morning. How you doing, sir?
Doing pretty well. Your name, where joining us from?
Well, my name is Patrick Polukamo. I'm the country chairperson for Movement for Economic Empowerment Montserrat chapter.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Let me say kudos to the National Secretary General, Honorable Ellison, Jeremiah Ellison P., for his splendid presentation at your station. And he said it all. The law is the law. Ambassador D. Maswell Sakimia knows very well that his tenure at MOVE has expired. What he's supposed to have done was to make sure that he asked the National Chairperson to send out citation through the Secretary General to all of the National Executive Committee members so that we can assemble. But he did not. Yeah, because of power greed, because of resources that you have. And money, sometimes it can help you. But in such a fight of the Constitution, where there is no Constitution, money can help you. But once there is Constitution, money cannot help him.
Okay.
Because the law is the law.
All right. Thank you so much. That's our last call. Jeremiah, you listen to all of the callers. I think most of your county officials are on your side. And I think this is not helping Mr. Maswell Kimia in any way.
No, Baka, Mr. Kimaya has proven himself not to be a leader. A leader is one person who listens to the voices and grievances of his followers. But Mr. Kimaya over time has the critical voices in the party. He doesn't want to see them. That's why he has learned in such a way. So we want to again establish that, like you said, what makes the party headquarters illegal. A part of the discussion at our meeting at NEC. NEC has stated unequivocally that headquarters of MOVE that is in Peaceville is outside the regulations of NEC.
Okay.
The party headquarters should be within the Delaware Monrovia. So the fact that the headquarters is in Peaceville, NEC is not going to do business with us as a party at that headquarters. So all of those guys who have been press conferences, they are not aware. Some of them are aware because they were at the committee.
So they're not aware that press conference.
They are on an illegal ground, making illegal announcement and pronouncement.
So where is the new party headquarters? Where are you suggesting?
No, very soon. Very soon. The National Executive Committee, led by the National Chairman K. Mavishan, making frantic efforts to relocate the party headquarters. But I can say to you, Mr. Kimaya, is being misled by a few group of individuals. And you listen to the caller, Kimaya Sami is a twin evil. The guys are twin evil. They are personal driven. They only go for their personal advertisement. They don't care for the rest of the people. And that was demonstrated by Mr. Sami. After elections, he had no time to call partisans to appreciate them. But he took himself a big job in the foreign sector. Then he won't be there. Like one caller said, he won't be in Ethiopia and be running the party here. As I said, they are not men in the party here. You can't do that. So the law is the law. We are clear that Mr. Kimaya, his tenure as political leader, has since elapsed. Therefore, he needs to respect the Constitution.
So are you guys pushing for convention?
We have nothing against him, but he needs to respect the law. Very soon, we'll be convening an emergency national convention. All of our delegates from the counties will come. Our party NEC member led by the county chairpersons. Mr. Kimaya only have barely 4 county chairpersons with him at our headquarters. And those 4 county chairpersons that are with him, they are even in battle because all of them have been accused of corruption by their various leaders in the counties. The Basso chair, the Bon County chair, the Rivaji chair, all of them, they are embroiled into corruption. All of the money that was given them and material, motorbike that were given them to go in the country, they took it for themselves personally and they not carry it to the party leaders and chapter, but they took it and using it, the personal lives. And they already had that hanging on them. They're even surprising that Mr. Kimaya will be moving around with people who are corrupt because he claimed to be an honest man. He claimed to be a man of integrity. How can you be the assembly group of corrupt individuals in the new Executive Committee for a party? And I need you to know about the infamous 30,000 saga that Mr. Sami said got missing. It's just some of the money that Mr. Kimaya received for the party, and Mr. Sami took that one and personalized it and just say the money lost. And today, nothing came from all of that. Mr. Kimaya has not made any statement on that. Each time we raise investigation about that 30,000, he doesn't talk because he knows that Mr. Mr. Sami knows that he has been receiving money from the citizens in the name of the party. So he's Sami taking that other small one. He can't go after him because he will be exposed.
So the only way forward, the only way forward is for Mr. Maxwell Kimaya to relinquish his position.
And so respect the Constitution.
That's all.
Yeah, and there are a few things you need to respect. That's all we need. One, he needs to realize that the Constitution says Mr. Sami is no longer chairman of the party. K. Mavishana is a chairman.
So no, Jeremiah, if he do call for reconciliation between you guys and the other the other side of the political party, are you guys open up for peace talk?
I think Baka, no other side of the party. The group that making no pronouncement are just people who Mr. Kimaya is feeling carrying money to them to be misleading him. And they are not other side of our party. The party is one. Those are not people who have the authority. The authority resides with the National Executive Committee. When you have majority member of the National Executive Committee taking decision, that's where the party is. So the party is with us. We don't have another side. Those guys are not people who have any authority. There are some of our colleagues out there, few of them. The far country, about 4 other members, just about 9% who just misleading Mr. Kimaya every day. Yeah, you on the side of the law. You on the side. When you where all the they call out, I mean, people are living in the soil. It's clear in the Constitution that these are what the Constitution says. So Mr. Kimaya just need to live within the confines of new Constitution. That's all what we want.
Thank you so much. Before we take leave of you, any final message?
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm grateful to you, and it's a pleasure for the opportunity to have come here to provide some clarity relative to unfoldings in our party. And I think I did much of punch this morning. I think my presentation represents clearly the station. It's a punch.
You get a punch.
I think I gave some punches of Mr. Kimaya. If he really somebody who can rationalize very well, I think he will reorientate his mind and our team better to see reasons that it is time for me to respect my party constitution so that stability, unity, and reconciliation can reign in the party. And all we're available for the
Yeah. So we